You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want.
Hey there, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey there, Jug. Jug, say welcome to the DD Saiddit. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Listen, Jug making it very, very clear. Prayers to all Job Corp students. I mean, this is something that is horribly wrong. Hey there, G2K say, let's go. Let's effing go. He said it. And he said it just like that. And then Addie Bug flew in. Addie Bug said, hey, everybody. Listen, this live is a very, very, very important one. I mean, from what I'm hearing and what I'm researching, and I'm going to stay on top of this research, I don't understand exactly what's going on with this Job Corps, but I can't understand why the funding for Job Corps will be cut. Like, of all the education systems, it'll be easier for us to cut Job Corps, whatever you want to call it. I don't think people really understand how important Job Corps is. I can remember back when I was in school, there was a lot of kids. The only outlet that they had was to go to Job Corps, and we call it Job Corps, even though we know it's Job Corp. Yeah, you know how we get hoodie and giddy, and whatever we said, you knew what we meant. There's a lot of kids that actually didn't have anywhere to go. I know quite a few children that opted in to go to Job Corps just because they did not want to get a felony on their record. And for a long while, there were so many judges that were allowing teens and young adults, I think it was up to the age of 24 years old, to go to Job Corps to not get that felony on their record. So I want to know who the hell and why the hell there's some dumbass feel that there is no budget to go around for these kids to better their education. I'm lost and confused at this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to look into, let me pull this. Because I'm definitely going to look into this, because honestly, this right here hits home in quite a few different ways. Because whether people believe it or not, there are more kids that were utilizing the Job Corps system, even as somewhere just to go and live, because they were homeless, but they needed more out of life. And Job Corps actually saved them. So I want to know, why is funding for Job Corps being cut. I wish that I can, and this is not going to be the last time that I have this conversation. I am going to come back to this conversation on so many different levels, on so many different accounts. I'm going to reach out to people. If there's anybody out there that's been to Job Corps before, anybody out there trying to get to Job Corps, anybody out there in Job Corps right now, anybody out there that want to step on this stage and explain what Job Corps means to them and to actually lose funding. See, it may have started off as, oh, I'm just going to Job Corps because I need somewhere to stay. No, once a lot of those kids and young adults got to Job Corps, they actually found a reason to succeed in life. So I want to know, why is it that all of a sudden there's no funding for schooling? And I want to look up the statistics of Job Corps too, because I don't know everybody that went to Job Corps, but I can tell you this. There are a lot of Black kids that I know was in Job Corps. And to me, that's just outright a big cutoff to me. To take away something that's being utilized for a good. A lot of those kids come out of Job Corps with GED. Every person that I know that went to Job Corps that had that didn't have a diploma, they came back with their GED. They came back with a trade. They came back with a better attitude. They came back with a better outlet on life. They came back prepared. I know people that came back with trades for carpentry. I know people that came back with trades for electrician. There were so many different trades available. So we're going to look into why is Job Corps being canceled? Why is Job Corps being canceled? So when I look here, it says the Department of Labor paused operations at Job Corps centers nationwide due to significant financial challenges, including a $140 million deficit in 2024 and a projected $213 million shortfall in 2025. The pause also followed an internal review revealing numerous reports of sexual assault, violence, and drug use at the centers, despite background checks and drug testing requirements. The department stated that the program was no longer achieving its intended outcomes. So you're telling me the pause followed an internal review revealing numerous reports of sexual assault. I'm looking this up because I'm really interested as to, I got to wait till this commercial go. I want to hear them speak on this once this long ass commercial is over, because I truly want to know what's the real reason. So they're saying sexual assault. So sexual assault from who? Sexual assault from the students that are going there, sexual assaults from the adults. I want to know who the sexual assault was from. And why?
Thousands of young people in Philadelphia is about to become the latest victim of government cuts. Job Corps is a national program. It's been around for about 6 helped thousands of young people in Philadelphia is about to become the latest victim of government cuts. Job Corps is a national program. It's been around for about 61 years. But under the planned cuts by the Trump administration, it's got less than 1 month left to operate. Action News reporter Taronda Thomas spoke with people today deeply concerned about what this cut could mean.
This is a beautiful resource in the city of Philadelphia.
To Beyond Dozier, the Job Corps office in South Philadelphia is more than a building. It's a place where her life has changed.
I was homeless,
Now she's on a different path.
trying to become a certified medical assistant.
But that path just hit a dead end with news that all Job Corps programs across the country are being cut.
The impact will be felt tremendously.
Philadelphia Job Corps Education and Training Director Jill Payne says her office received a letter informing them that the U.S. Department of Labor intends to close all 99 job centers, including 3 in Pennsylvania. It's a decision by the Trump administration carried out by the Department of Government Efficiencies and Elon Musk.
A program that has typically enjoyed bipartisan support is now being canceled unilaterally by President Trump and his administration.
The U.S. Department of Labor says Job Corps is being cut because it is no longer achieving the intended outcomes that students deserve. But Pennsylvania Congressman Brendan Boyle disagrees.
Programs like these are investments in our workforce today and tomorrow.
Job Corps is an education and vocational training program for teens and young adults. Since 2023, more than 4,200 Pennsylvania residents have been enrolled in Job Corps, which trains more than 1,300 Pennsylvania young adults per year. Under the cuts, by June 30th, Job Corps would have to lay off all of its workers and close all of its offices, including those that have residential programs.
I know thousands of students are going to be homeless because of this.
We are also working with our young people to connect them with some of the other services.
Beyond is determined to live up to her name,
Above and beyond.
hoping that Job Corps can be saved.
We need it, especially in the city of Philadelphia.
Congress still needs to vote on this, and it would take bipartisan support to save Job Corps. Right now, a date for that vote has not been set. In South Philadelphia.
So I guess I'm trying to understand. Now, when we first looked at this, from what I initially read, it said the U.S. Department of Labor paused operation at Job Corps Center nationwide due to significant financial challenges, including a $140 million deficit in 2024 and a projected $213 million shortfall in 2025. The pause also followed an internal review revealing numerous reports of sexual assault, violence, and drug use at the centers. Despite background checks and drug testing requirements, the department stated that the program was no longer achieving its intended outcome. So if a news station just reported on this, I wonder why the news station didn't bring that up. Because to me, that would be something significant to bring up. Oh, okay, it's the money, but we also have reports for a lot of this, that, and the other. It seems like there's some shoveling under the rug going on here. And I'm wondering why. Why did they shut down Job Corps? The Labor Department announced that it was not cost effective, had a low graduation rate, and was not placing participants in stable jobs. First of all, I've never remembered Job Corps placing the kids or the young adults in jobs. 99% of those kids didn't even go. A lot of the people that I know of left Florida, and most of them ended up in Job Corps in like Kentucky. So they wasn't even set to stay there. So what do you mean not placing participants in stable jobs? That's why I am going to continue to do research on this story, because I want to know exactly what's going on. And this article was actually posted 21 hours ago. So I want to hear from people that are actually in Job Corps. I want to talk to people that actually been to Job Corps. And I got some people lined up to speak to them, but I wanted to make sure that I brought this to the forefront today. Because I'm honestly kind of confused. The pause in operations. Contractor operated Job Corps centers will occur by June 30th, 2025. As this transition begins, the department is collaborating with state and local workforce partners to assist current students in advancing their training and connecting them with education and employment opportunities. Man, these kids were going to Job Corps. This is horrible. They were going to Job Corps. Going to Job Corps helped them get trades. It wasn't just trades that they were getting. Going to Job Corps also got them their GED. Not only did going to Job Corps get them their GED, going to Job Corps also put money in their pocket for getting a trade. Going to Job Corps also sent a lot of these teens and young adults home with a better and a different outlook on life. So I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I can't wait to like really dig into the statistics of this, because to me, I just can't understand what is the budget cut problem. Y'all make this administration. First of all, Elon Musk, I thought you were a billionaire. So you don't got no goddamn money you could put on the line. You don't got no kind of ways you can help get funding. But y'all go and get funding for everything else. That's why I don't understand why y'all all over in other countries and stuff minding they goddamn business, and we cannot mind the business of the people in the United States. We mind the people business that we want to mind. Okay, like these Grizzlies or Chrisleys. How you went and pardoned them out of the jail. Those were already millionaires. So being that you pardoning all of these people out of prison and federal prisons and stuff like that, why don't we get them to tip the tip jar instead of just pardoning they? And then I'm noticing a lot of times when people get pardoned, we pardoning rich people. We pardoning people with money. We pardoning people that know how to get out there and make another dollar, make another million or two. But while you pardoning all of these people out of jail, what about pardoning their pockets? What about making them hit the tip jar when they get their ass out of there? Instead of cutting down budgeting and funding for kids and young adults trying to learn how to make it in this world. They couldn't make it in school, but they found another outlet. Now y'all gonna throw it into it was a lot of abuse. If it was a lot of this, it was a lot of that. So if it was all of this abuse and all of that, why did that never hit the news? Why was that not broadcasted? Why was this not advertised? I'm kind of confused on so many different levels. This is not right. And when I say this is gonna go for both. It seems as though now you're cutting budgets for a lot of low-income people, a lot of minorities, a lot of Caucasians. But you guys are cutting it for low budget. You're not just cutting it for blacks. You're not just cutting it for whites. You're cutting it from low budget people from people in low budget communities. I'm confused. I'm confused. Do you get paid for going to Job Corps? Yes. Do I get paid? Do I get paid while I'm at Job Corps? Throughout your training, you will receive a bi-weekly basic living allowance. As your training progresses, your living allowances increase. After you graduate, Job Corps can help you get started on your journey with transition allowance. And you're going to take that away from these kids. You're going to take that away from the young adults. I like really don't want to see the ads. This is horrible. Now I wonder where all of those voters at. All those voters that wanted to make sure that we got Mr. Trump in office. So now that we got Mr. Trump in office, so the first people to go after is the ones that are pretty much indigent. So y'all got Mr. Donald Trump in office. in the first line of defense that really, really, really going to hit home to our youth is to go into Job Corps. Of all the programs that haven't honestly bothered anyone, you're going to go into this program and you're stripping these young adults of a second chance. Technically, for a lot of them, it's a second chance. So the only program to really go in right now when it comes to young adults and teens is the opportunity for them to go and get an education. While getting an education, get a trade. While getting a trade, being provided with housing so that they can take some of that stress off of them. So the only thing that you can offer is to say there's a budget cut in that particular area. And then y'all give this bogus ass, round the world ass answer. Which locations are closing? I didn't want all of this. The full list of corp offices closing as follow: in Washington, Cascade, Curlew, Fort Simcoe, Columbia Basin, Oregon. If you're in Oregon, Tongue Point. Damn, where the hell y'all get these names from? Let's start right there. Oregon, Tongue Point, Springdale, Timberlake, Angel, Wolf Creek, California, Idaho. If you live in any of these states and you're in Job Corps, you better know you're getting kicked out. You're getting kicked out because you're amongst the one that the government cannot provide funding for. But we can provide funding to get rich people out of jail. We can pardon all these rich people. And listen, I'm not talking about just the white people we pardon black people too, because there's a lot of rappers that got pardoned on the Biden administration. And now there's a lot of people that's getting pardoned on the Trump administration for the second round. So I'm honestly not understanding this. So if you're in Washington, Oregon, you're up here too. California, Sacramento, Treasure Island, San Jose, Los Angeles. Now, you know, Los Angeles definitely has a lot of minority. San Diego, Nevada, Arizona, Alaska. Y'all got Job Corps in Alaska? Damn, I didn't even know that. Hawaii, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, South Dakota, or Oklahoma, Texas, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas. God, this is a disgrace. Tennessee, Mississippi. So between, looks like Kentucky and possibly California, because I know Kentucky is a big state. Everybody I know that went to Job Corps from Florida, they went to Kentucky. So I knew Kentucky was going to be like a big hub for Job Corps. It's actually Job Corp, but I say either Job Co or I say Job Corps. Go to hell if I said it wrong. Get on the stage and pronounce it right. Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. This is atrocious. Mississippi, Michigan, Alabama, Maine. New York seems to be the largest. So where's everybody at? So nobody feel like y'all should stand up and fight for this? No, y'all need to stand up. Y'all need to find a way to start protesting for things like this. And here's the problem with it. We have a lot of youth that are in Job Corps, because if I'm not mistaken, the age limit to Job Corps is, I think, 24 years old, unless they may have changed it. Anybody in the chat, if you can look that up, what's the new age for Job Corps? Is it still to 24? Because what was it, from 16, 17 to 24 years old, something like that? I don't remember, but I know I kind of remember it being 24. Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, wow, Florida. Why is Job Corps shutting down? The Job Corps locations are all closing after years of financial trouble, according to the Department of Labor. Job Corps has faced significant financial challenges under its current operating structure, the DOL said in a statement. In 2024, I'm right here. In 2024, the program had $140 million deficit, with the number predicted to reach $213 million in 2025. An internal review also found many reports of sexual assault, violence, drug use amongst the students enrolled in the program. To participate in training, students were required to pass a background check, undergo drug testing. However, problems still arose at centers across the country. I wonder why. So problems still arose. So where were the adults at? What participation did these adults play in it to stop some of these problems? I want to know that. Why do we have so much money coming in from lottery? And if you go into lottery, a big chunk of the lottery, a huge chunk from lottery goes into education. So Job Corps is not a part of education. Do you know how much we play numbers? Do you know how much money they take out when you hit the lotto? Do you know how much taxes are paid when you play the lotto and win? And you're going to tell me you don't have money? So I want to know what part of education is being funded for lotto. Like what education locations? What schools? What part of education? Where is it at? Because I truly don't understand. I'm lost. Is any money from the lotto being relocated over to Job Corps? It says a startling number of serious incident reports and our in-depth fiscal analysis reveal the program is no longer achieving the intended outcomes that students deserve. U.S. Labor Secretary Lori ... said in a statement. So Lori, where you been at all this time? A starting number of serious incidents. Why have none of that hit the news? Why is it only hitting the news now? Because you all are ready to close it. I'm confused. I'm still confused. Oh, it is from 16. Job Corps has historically been offered free of charge to eligible low-income students between the ages of 16 and 24. This is another example of this administration's attack on the poor. Right there. I just said that. Drew Powers, the founder of the Illinois-based Powers Financial Group, told Newsweek, it is dizzying to see proposed Medicaid legislation with more stringent work requirements while simultaneously cutting programs like Job Corps, essentially taking away an outlet to obtain the education and train required to get said work. What are people saying? This is not right. Drew also said, it does not make sense to me. There are Job Corps sites in all 50 states and election battleground states like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Florida are home to multiple Job Corps locations. There is already bipartisan pushback as representatives envision how this affect their listen, at the end of the day, this isn't right. And again, I feel like they're going into the low income programs, and it's easier to cut low income programs because then you get to keep the rich rich. All Job Corps centers have until June 30th to shut down their wow. The closures could impact both current students on track to graduate. This is not right. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. These closures could impact both current students on track to graduation and the job prospects for low-income Americans in these communities in the future. So the kids that are in the middle of getting their trade, they're in the middle of getting their education. They're in the middle of finally seeing a positive outlook on life. And we're going to cut funding in the middle of all of that and just send them away. And I haven't heard this on the news. They have until June 30th to just shut their doors. If anybody out there knows someone that's in Job Corps, and I'm on live right now, I definitely would like to hear from them. Saving the Job Corps program from budget cuts. So let's look at some of these comments. Now, this is what I'm finding. This is from Facebook, from San Marcos Local News. So we have Ray say it's truly devastating. I went to Gary. It helped me come out of my shell. I have a job I love. I know how to do stuff. I wouldn't have known any of that without Job Corps. I'm definitely sending. I sent that. Jasmine said, it helped me so much after I graduated. I've been at my job for 5 years now. Forever grateful for that place. Gotcha. Eric said, having worked with Job Corps for nearly 30 years, I have witnessed countless students arrive with limited resources and minimal guidance, only to leave as confident, capable adults ready to make meaningful contributions to society, denying them. Oh my good God damn it. He done gave us a whole internal Bible back verse. We got to read all of this. You kind of long-winded. You worse than me. I'm going to get to the bottom of this right here. The urgent situation is particularly concerning in light of the objectives outlined in President Trump's recent executive order on preparing Americans for high-paying skilled trade jobs of the future. The order highlights expanding apprenticeships and preparing young Americans for careers in manufacturing, construction, healthcare, and other critical fields, areas where Job Corps has historically played a key role through targeted training, mentorship, and skills development. Supporting and expanding programs like Job Corps is essential to achieving the goals of this executive order and ensuring a steady pipeline of skilled workers to meet our nation's industry. This is bigger than what some people would ever know. This is bad. This is bad. It's what people voted for. Now we all have to face the consequences of their decisions. Didn't I say that at the beginning? I said everybody that voted for Trump to get in the office, so you're telling me that you're okay with this? I need you all that voted for Trump to get in the office. Now I need y'all to stand up and try to help fight to save these young adults and these teens. They needed somewhere to go. I mean, you can see the comments right here. They're endless. They're endless. This is not a Trump bashing group. Why would anybody be here to bash Trump? See, this is what people say. Nobody bashed Trump. Everybody said there was an administration problem. Like, why is it that the low income programs are the first to go? Right. Brian, is this a Trump bashing group? I'm new here. Well, get your new ass on, because I'm new too. Jordan say, yes, it is. Brian said, no, it's people Robert said, it's people defending a program that has helped thousands of young people better themselves. And then Glenn came in and said, Brian, if the shoe fit, wear it. God damn it. You better see it. This is horrible. I'm going to reply here. I'm going to look more into this. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what to say at this point. National Job Corps Association said concerns for displaced students as Job Corps campuses ordered to shut down. On May 29th, the nation's largest residential career training and education program has been ordered to shut down campus, terminate staff, and most troubling, remove the tens, oh my goodness, Jesus, the tens of thousands of 16 to 24-year-olds who reside on those campuses. More than 4,500 of those students were homeless before joining Job Corps and potentially face 20% of current students, but is as high as 50% at some campuses. I'm just wondering why. I'm wondering why this isn't plastered. Like why is this not plastered over the news? Why didn't this actually make the news? So I'm going to come back to this. I just wanted to kind of touch on it just a few minutes, and I wanted to touch on it as soon as I started the live, because this is a very, 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 very important topic. And for so many students and young adults to be in Job Corps right now and are about to be displaced, technically, if you want to look at this in a more serious way, they're about to be displaced as students, because these are students. These are students that are going to a school. Oh, and there was so many this and so many that. I wonder if we go into the statistics of college, I wonder how many assault charges and rapes were on campuses that are still open. I mean, let's keep it all the way real. Oh, that some people gonna say, oh, it's private funding. BS. They all getting grants and stuff from somewhere. That's not private, goddammit. I don't give a damn what you say. And hopefully none of those colleges needed COVID money. Okay? Because look like we all paying for COVID money right now. Now I'm trying to understand, why is it that these students are being displaced from Job Corps? Why are these students not allowed to finish their education? Why are these students not allowed to get their trade? Why are these students, and the thing of it is that I'm so disappointed about, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to think about what can be done. I mean, we got all these educators out there. We have all of these people that want kids to go and make it, want kids to get trades, want kids to do better in life, want kids to get their GED or their diploma. So I want to know where y'all at now, because I promise you, I have never heard this story on the news. I haven't heard it. And when this was brought to me, I was quite surprised. Like, of all the programs to go into, you're going to go into a program of education. And then some dumbass, oh, is this a Trump bashing? You telling that to a news station. There was nothing on the administration. If Trump is a part of the administration, goddamn it, then you got to count all them goddamn ducks together. I mean, how you gonna separate ducks that's quacking? They all quacking together. So if they quack like a goddamn duck, they walk like a duck, they a duck. And you a duck too for being a dummy, talking about something like this. But let that have been one of his kids or family members or something like that, whoever that was. Or is this a Trump bash? I don't give a damn what Trump mammy name is. If Trump mama has something to do with this, then we're going to bash her. But this has nothing to do with bashing. This has everything to do with supporting a program where there were a lot of young teenagers and young adults. Do you know what the age of 16 mean? You see the word teen is on the end. That means there's a teenager, 16, 17, 18, 19. You hit young adulthood when you get 20. So from 16 to 19, you got teenagers. And then from 20 to 24, you got young adults. Do you know how many young adults have been to Job Corps? And the fact that this administration didn't say, okay, what we need to do, we need to come up with a different deadline. We got kids already in there. You need to give them a deadline to at least have their diploma and trades and everything done by a certain time frame before the ending of 2025. You want them to cut everything off by June the 30th, and nobody is really fighting. That's crazy to me. It's crazy. I could fight this battle, but I can't fight it by myself. If there's someone out there and you've been to Job Corps, you know someone has been in Job Corps, listen, I'm going to run this live back again tomorrow at 1:30. If you know anybody that's been in Job Corps, you got all opportunity to hit this open panel. Period. Anybody have anything to say? Anybody got you leaving anything in the chat? Anybody want to talk about it? I want to welcome to everybody out there in the parking lot, all my parking lot pimps, parking lot pimpettes, the ones that flew in and landed, the ones that didn't. Thank you so much, G2K, for dropping in. Addie Bug, thank you for dropping in. If you still dropped. Jug, thank you so much. Gloria, hey, Gloria, say hello, Queen. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? And thank you again, Jug. Jug also confirmed that the age is 24 years old for you to be in Job Corps, but you're about to get kicked out of Job Corps for those of you that don't know it. For anybody that had kids that can't make it in schools and the alternative schools and stuff like that, the option that you did have was to try to get them in Job Corps. You don't have that option anymore. And for those of you that are in Job Corps right now, my heart definitely goes out to you. I don't mind trying to form some sort of movement, because this isn't right. of all the governmental funded programs. The program that they decide to go in is a funding program for teenagers and young adults to better their education, to get their GED, to get a trade, to be able to bring some sort of money home, to be able to feel like they got a new edge on life. We'll rather take all of that from them so that we can go and mind business of other countries. All the people that you're pardoning from prison, you couldn't get them to hit the tip jar. They took their ass in there because of money. They got money when they came out. They know how to go and get money back. The Chrisleys or whatever the hell their name is, you better believe they're going right back into their reality show, the bill they pot back up. So to get them out is not a bribe, but it should have been an incentive. If you want to get out, you need to pay your way out as well. Once you get out, it's a tip. It's a nonprofit tip for a nonprofit organization. No, the only choice you get when you hit that tip jar is education. And again, I don't understand where the money is going at with so many people that gamble. Gambling is just not in the lotto. Gambling is also at casinos. Gambling is also at arcades. There's a lot of gambling going on. So I want to know what part of this gambling money is going to what education programs. Because I want to know, as big as Job Corps is, what percentage of the winnings or the money that goes into lottery, what percentage goes to Job Corps? It's Job Corp. If you hear me say Job Corps, you just heard it. If you hear me say Job Corps, you goddamn heard it. If you hear me want to get proper in Job Corp, then you heard it. But either way you know it, I'm saying what you know. I want to know what part of the funding goes to Job Corps. What percentage? The Trump administration is saying that they don't have the funding anymore. So Job Corps is similar to public schools. So what's the problem? If the problem is housing, then maybe y'all need to create something differently. So if kids want to go to Job Corps, they may need to find their own way there. And because I don't remember whether or not Job Corps pay to get you there, or you have to get your own way there. But either way it go, make the kids go to Job Corps in their own state. Because a lot of people leave their state and go to Job Corps because, if I'm not mistaken, that was an option. Like, you don't have to go to Job Corps in your own hometown or your own state. You had an option to go to Job Corps in other places. Maybe what we need to do is we need to go back and start looking at where some of the money is being allocated at in Job Corps and cut budgets within, instead of just cutting the whole program out like that. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That was kind of draining. That really was draining to me. But we're going to move on to something which is a little lighter for me. Boom, y'all. Y'all better know. We will be going back to this Job Corps tomorrow. I'll mention the Job Corps tonight at the Men Only Live. I definitely will be mentioning it tonight. But we will be back to that. I need to announce the first YouTube's small channel winner. It's the Power Store. I'm going to let her know on live talking about you now. Hey, Power Store. And I'm going to read to you what she sent to me. I'll read that after I introduce her channel. So the Power Store came in on Friday. She flew in on us. Y'all won't believe it. I had to do a plan because no small channel showed up. The only channel that showed up to show their channel to the panel was Power Store. And for whatever it meant, it not only meant a lot to myself, it obviously meant a lot to her too. It meant so much to her until you got to go back and watch it. I'm going to clip it and I'm going to post that. I'll probably be posting her later on this afternoon because I'm going to post her for the rest of the week because she's the very first. And this will happen to anybody that come in. If you come in and you're a part of YouTube's first small channel talent search, you will get the accolades that you deserve from me. I will make sure that you get that recognition. I will make sure that I showcase you through the lives. When you join the live, she actually joined my men only live last night. And oh my goodness, she came in and guess what? The red carpet was welcome to her. She didn't take the stage because that's my men only. And I had to make sure that I got to start being careful because it is my men only. And I need to keep it as that. So hitting that stage, she can hit the stage on the open panel, but on the men only, I would have still put her up there, but she didn't come up. However, she roamed her way through the panel. She made sure that she put her chats there, but we're going to scour her. We're going to scour her channel right now because I want to really understand what is it about. She said in her description, "Thank you for checking out my channel. I'm honored that you have graced me with your presence and hope you find some inspiration here." She said, "I'm Christine Renee, also known as Magnolia Black on IG." So she have an IG channel as well. She said, "I'm a transformative spiritual leader and mentor. As the founder of Power Store Inc., I strive to empower individuals to heal from childhood trauma, develop self-care practices, and channel energies towards self-love and positive growth." She said, "I hold a master's degree in early childhood development, certification in ISC, that's infant and toddler specialist credentials. This credential emphasizes best practices in early intervention, developmental milestones, and providing nurturing care to ensure optimal growth in the earliest stages of life. I'm a senior clinical therapist. As a specialist, I offer a holistic approach to helping others manifest their highest potential and embrace their journey of self-discovery. I also create herbal teas for health and wellness." So we got ourselves somebody on our hands, y'all. And she joined last May 8th. For right now, she has 47 subscribers. I'm here now, and I just subscribed. So when we circulate out, she should have 48 subscribers. But what I would appreciate, anybody out there, and if you're out there in the parking lot, if you hear on the, if there's anybody on the panel, anybody in the chat, nobody's on stage but me, would you please go over to Power Store Inc.? Can we drop her link down in the chat? Well, maybe I could drop it down in the chat. Let me get it. There you go. So I just dropped her link in the chat because if there's anybody out there, please go over and subscribe to her. Definitely, 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 definitely will appreciate it. And we're going to look, she said, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
It's also the month we celebrate Father's Day. But for generations, men have been told to man up, to stay strong, to provide. But rarely are they told it's okay to feel, to pause, or to even ask for help. And the truth is, mental health is strength. To reclaim their emotional power. That's why this June, I've created Power Play, a daily self-love series designed especially for men to reclaim their emotional power. Not soft, not weak, but grounded, bold, and necessary.
Did you see that? And then she did another one, the misconception of sin, transmuting darkness into light. You know what? I want to look into that, transmuting darkness into light. I want to understand what power is referring to. And for anybody out there in my parking lot, any parking lot pimps, anybody out there in the chat, on the panel, La La Land, wherever you at, if you're listening in and you're watching, the Power Store Inc. is the first winner of YouTube's 2025 small channel search that I held last Friday. I will be doing that small channel search every Friday for at least the next month to a month and a half, and then I may do it every other week. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're watching right now, if you have a small channel, if you notice, she have 48 subscribers right now, and I just gave her one, and I subscribed right here on the spot to her. And I also have a Queen's fan page that I'm going to show you as well. So I'm going to also start working on that particular page for small channels that are coming in and for channels that are being supported in the Saiddit community. And the hashtag Saiddit community is the community that you're in right now. Because I said it, goddamn it, now what? And I want everybody to come in. And if you said it, you said it. Now what? Now what? You said it. That's what we're here for, to say what we said, mean what we say, but make sure that we say it within respect and honesty. She's the first winner. She came in, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Power had, I don't believe she had that many subscribers. I don't know if anybody remember how many subscribers Power had when she first came last Friday, and she won. She won $100. She won ongoing support, because I am going to start supporting her. I should have started on Monday, but I had a lack thereof, but that won't happen again. I'm going to scour her channel, see what ways we can help her, see things that she need, because if we noticing here, we need to make sure that she have a banner. So we're going to make sure that we're going to look through her channel, and we're going to support her so that her journey isn't so hard. What happens is a lot of people get on social media, especially YouTube, and they get so lost and inundated with trying to understand, learning how to edit, learning how to communicate, learning how to get to other channels, even finding other channels. And I'm going to start helping with that too, because I'm going to be able to do a couple things where we're going to know who's in our community. So we have Power Store Inc. She's our very first 2025 YouTube small channel search winner. She won. She flew in. I should play it back, but she flew in and she won. Let me see if it's here. No, it's not there. I'll probably pull it up because I know I have it. And it was such a surreal deal. So now we need to start supporting her. So if you're out there in La La Land, please go over to Power Store Inc. and make sure that you subscribe to her channel. So for now, I want to listen in to transmuting darkness.
Everyone has a door of opportunity to be in the light. I heard this quote someone said, and it was, if you're not changing, then you're choosing. If you're not changing a situation that you're in, then you're choosing to be in that situation. Ephesians 5:8 says, for you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of the light. For the fruit of the light consistent is all goodness, righteousness, and truth. And find out with what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Now, I know that we all take scriptures so literally. However, this passage made me think about a song that I really like, and it's called Mirror. And I'm just going to read part of the lyrics, and it says, keep me in your mirror, but don't take your eyes off the road, 'cause we got a long way to go. Understand that this is what I got from that scripture and why it reminded me of this song. Understand who you are and see yourself clearly, but never allow your reflection to rule your progress. Keep moving forward. If there's anything you see that you don't like about yourself, you can change it. If you want to, but if you never let that thing rule you, you can't allow it to rule you. You're looking at yourself in the mirror and you see your reflection, but in your reflection there are things that you may not like, and basically in your situation, in your life, there may be things you may not like, but anything that you're not changing, you're choosing. Anything that you're seeing in your life that you are not thankful for and appreciative of, if you are constantly complaining about that thing, you are constantly calling that thing to you. In order to denounce that thing, you have to look at it from another angle. Okay? You have to see things for what it is and not for what you want it to be. See it for what it is, right? See that thing as that thing. Whatever that circumstance is, whatever that situation is, whatever it is, whatever the illness is, see that thing for what it is. And now you have to transmute that, what you see, into what you want to see. I keep stressing that we all have, if you grew up in a Christian home, then you've taken the Bible, the word, so literally, word for word, but it's not. The Bible is a walking metaphor. It's a working metaphor. It actually tells you how to do things without telling you how to do things. It's kind of like you have to read between the lines, and you have to have a spirit of righteousness in order to even see it. You have to have some form of illuminating vision to even see what the word is trying to tell you. And if you don't, and there are many people who don't, and they are in their pulpits telling you about this book that everybody is people are living by and taking it word for word, that is not its true intention. If you look at the origin of where the Bible came from, you will understand that the spiritual laws are deeply embedded into the scriptures. So you cannot denounce the word, the Bible, but you cannot take it literally either. So keep me in your mirror, but don't take your eyes off the road, because we got a long way to go. This is a part of breaking the chains. This is a part of breaking the chains. The phenomenon is you. William Lynch said that it would take a phenomenon for people to realize that they were no longer slaves. But in order to see that, you have to first love yourself. So yeah, I love you, but God loves you so much more. Everyone has a door of opportunity to be in the light. I heard this quote someone said, and it was, if you're not changing, then you're choosing. If you're not changing a situation that you're in, then you're choosing to be in that situation. Ephesians 5:8 says, for you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of the light. For the fruit of the light consistent is all goodness, righteousness, and truth. And find out with what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. Now, I know that we all take scriptures so literally. However, this passage.
On account of all this and more, it's time for Seacoast Bank, a smarter bank.
Welcome back to the channel, Capricorn.
Interesting. That was transmuting darkness into light. I just wanted to bring you just a little bit of our winner for the first YouTube small channel talent search, just to show you that, you know, you're out there. Don't get turned away. Don't get distracted. Don't get deterred because you feel like you don't have the help. You feel like you don't have the support, because you do. It's just a matter of keeping your eyes open, looking, searching, because there are communities out there. If there's anybody out there, if you're trying to find that supportive community, it's hashtag Saiddit, Saiddit. That's the community of support. That's the community of Saiddit. That's the community of honesty. That's the community of truth. And that's the community of understanding, because a lot of people really don't understand the struggle. And as I said before, a lot of people come to social media platforms because they really are looking for an outlet. And that outlet doesn't necessarily have to be an outlet for them. It might be an outlet for them to be able to spread their word and peace to someone else that needs it. And that's what we need to make sure we hone in and focus on. And I'm just so happy that Power Store Inc. found us last week. I really am. I'm happy that she found us last week, and there's so many things that's coming down the pipe. And I'm glad that not only did she find us, she found us with an open heart, and she found us with an understanding that I want more and I need help to get there. And I need to get in a supportive community of understanding where there's challenges for me right now. And as I showed you just a minute ago, that's what my job is. I'm going to make sure that I support Power and everything that she needs. I mean, if you see here, she has self-love, the misconception of sin, celebrating the little things, the struggles to eating, just anything that you could think of. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. She will definitely be a very good asset, you know, to the community, especially with me doing a men only live. I always tell men that, are you borderline mental health or are you going through mental life? Because sometimes we can figure out what it really is, but in order to figure that out, you got to have an understanding of listening. And that's what people don't do. They don't have an understanding of listening. So sometimes to be able to listen to even a man, especially a man, you got to learn how to listen, because a lot of times men talk with closed mouths. And then a lot of times you get labeled with mental health, but it don't be the mental health. A lot of time it be the mental life. But when we can get around certain things, we'll know what mental is leading back to. So I definitely appreciate Power Store for finding us and to find us. She's a very small channel, very, very small right now. But you better believe before it's all over with, I'm going to make sure that I pull her up to get to where she need to be, because that is just too much education. That's too much power. That's too much knowledge. That's too much love. That's too much understanding for us to watch her channel go to waste instead of bringing her up to be able to help someone else. And again, if you're out there in the parking lot, my parking lot pimps, parking lot pimpettes, I'm asking you, would you go over? Her link is already in the chat, and we'll drop her link in the chat again. And we would appreciate if you go over to her channel and subscribe to her. Right now, she's at 47 subscribers. I just subscribed to, and then I'm gonna go back in later and I'm gonna subscribe to her on the other channel, on my Queen's fan page channel. So I'll make sure that I subscribe, and then I need someone else to subscribe. What we try to do, we want to make sure that we get every channel at 50 subs until, as we build this community, everybody that comes in is going to know that you got to sub it forward. We're going to sub it forward. So if you're a part of the community, go and sub. You sub to one, they're going to sub back. If you can't watch long videos, I'm asking you to watch the shorts. I mean, you don't have 3 damn minutes to watch somebody goddamn shorts. I mean, you got 3 minutes to be on the on some BS with people around here fussing and fighting and hooping and hollering, you know, like Hopper done whoop somebody's ass or was directed to do so. Y'all don't got enough time to go and watch somebody's channel that makes sense, when it's educational, when it's stuff that makes sense, when it's things that'll help somebody get to the next level. For some reason, we don't know how to support that. But in this community, we're not only supporting silliness and stupidness, because you got to be silly and stupid and funny sometimes. And I don't mind being stupid and funny and serious, but you got to learn how to balance that out. You got to learn how to help, and you got to learn how to give back. Don't just look for people to just come to you and sub you and watch your damn videos and stuff like that, and then you forget that they exist. That's what my problem was. I go and I help people at their businesses, help them for free, and what they give me back, like they bigger than me. No, you're not. You're not bigger than me. You just got a heart smaller than mine. And my heart is bigger than yours. See, my heart is not about the money. My heart is about the helping. My heart is about the education. My heart is about the support. My heart is about getting someone to the next level. Because one thing about it, boy, y'all better know, if the Lord got you, I'm telling you what you worried about. If the Lord got you, what you worried about? There's nothing to worry about. But as us being humans, we are going to worry, because if you cut me right now, I'm going to bleed. That's the only thing on my body that's the same color that everybody have. That's the color of our blood. And I would like for you to go over to Power Store Inc. and subscribe to her. She have 41 subs right now, 48 subs. And I would like to get her to 50 subs so that we can move her on so that she can start streaming. And then we're going to start working with her, getting her watch time hours. We're going to show her things that she can do to move this channel up some. That's what the goal is. That's what the purpose is. If there's anybody out there that sees something and we know that we can help, I want you to make sure that you step in, and I want you to make sure that you help her. And we're going to go down the road, and we're going to do that from channel to channel. Everybody that come in, my job going forward is I'm going to make sure if you're in my sub box, you better watch out, because I probably already got a video on you. I just didn't drop it yet. But now is the season for me to start dropping videos, because I would rather support my own. I'm going to support my own network. I'm going to support my own community. My own community need help. We don't have to go out and help other communities that are being selfish. You want to be selfish, because I feel like when I get up there, if I get 100,000 subs, guess what I'm going to do? My job is not to stay up there with 100,000 subs. My job is to stay where I'm at. My job is to continue to watch basically our babies grow, because everybody needed a chance. Everybody needed a step up. Everybody needed a whack on the ass here and there. Everybody needed that extra push. And we need to start pushing each other. And if the only way for us to push each other is to help each other, then goddamn it, we need to start making sure we push and help. And if you are someone that's sub to me, you better believe it. Your day coming with me. Your day is coming. Now that I see where I'm supposed to be at, I see what my purpose is. Now I can do things a little bit differently. It's not that I was all over the place before. I was getting that foundation right. See, when you lay down the foundation and you make sure there's no cracks and crevices there, then you can move around the plane the right way. And now I can move around the plane because I see what I'm supposed to do. I see people like Power Store that need help. I see people like Addie Bug that need help. I see people like Queen Dee that need help. I see people like Jug that need help. Hey, I see Princess Angela came in. Hey, Power. Hey there. I didn't even Power. I didn't even realize that you came in. Princess Angela, I didn't even realize that you came in. And listen, and Princess said, I subbed, and I'm going to tell you, Power, you better know you have some supportive members in this community. One thing that you're going to notice about Princess Angela, she is very supportive. And once we get you where we need to get you at, Power, we're going to show you, because you want to make sure it's protectors like her. It's protectors like Jug. It's protectors like Addie Bug. Those are your foundations. And when you get them in there, those are who wrenches need to go to. You don't just give a wrench to anybody. So once we start getting you live, I want you to make sure that support, because Princess Angela she definitely know how to roam the room. And I'm going to teach you how to pay attention to stuff like that. This is that community. You sub to them, go and sub back. And then that's going to put you where you need to be. Power Store has 205 videos. And I could see where there are some areas that we could definitely work on so that we can get you up there. We need you at 50 subs, because we're going to show you other things that you're going to be able to do. We're going to plan a day to talk, and we're going to put you on a good little regimen, and we're going to show you how to drop it. And you got enough promoters here to get you where you need to go at. Once we get you there, we're going to make sure we work on those watch time hours. Anybody out there, I'm telling you now, if you need to stream record to get your watch time hours, I'm giving you the permission to do so. If you need to stream, record to get your watch time hours, because the goal here for me is to make sure that everybody get monetized. The boots aren't on the ground right now. It's a scuffle right now on the ground. It's a scuffle. And thank you so much, Princess Angela. Member for 1 month. Angela said positivity. You got to be positive in this. You got to stay positive. And listen, it's going to be days when you're not going to be positive, but you got to find a way within you to fight through that. And not only do you find a way to fight through that with you, find a way not to fight through that alone. If you got to reach out to one of us, if you got to message me, I want you to know we are the stepping stools that you need in order to get to the next level. And just know, I know where you're coming from, because I know how it felt coming on YouTube, not being a social media person, and not knowing anybody you could reach out to, not knowing anybody you could call. Matter of fact, not being comfortable calling their ass is the problem. It wasn't that you didn't hide any. It's not that you don't know anybody to call. It's like you probably don't know. And then the people you see in chats and stuff, you don't trust them, because everybody can be such backbiters and backstabbers and snakes and stuff like that. I want you to know you're in a comfortable, trustworthy community where we all been through something, and we're here for you, and we will help you grow. Long as you're willing to put the time and effort in and the energy, you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow. Princess said, agree 100%. And I still, at times now, I've been like that. And you know what, Princess Angela? You're on my list too, honey bunny. I've been over to your channel too. So guess what? You're about to get the support you need too. I just needed to get everything in a certain bubble for me. I needed to hone in so that I could put my schedule the right way and be able to know what it is that I'm looking at. I had to do so many things at one time. Sometimes you can start something and then you got to branch off and then you come back to it. And that's how you end up connecting the dots for a foundation. So even if there's anybody out there and you feel like you're all over the place with your channel, that's not a problem. It's okay that you're all over the place. We all been all over the place before, but this is the time to start understanding how to align yourself so that you don't be all over the place, so that you don't burn yourself out, so that you don't feel like you're overwhelmed, and so that you don't quit. I don't want to see anybody quit. You know how many channels I have ran across? People send things to me. I have ran across so many channels where their channels are in dormant. They haven't been on for 3 years, 2 years. And I know why, because it seemed like it's so hard. You can't get anywhere. Because listen, the more I build this community up, you better know I'm going to go at YouTube as to why. Why are you denying our small channels like this? Let me build up this community the way I need to. Y'all think y'all got a fighter? You better know it. Princess Angela, you think you over in UK and you ain't gonna never meet me? I promise you, you're gonna meet me. And you're gonna meet me very soon. Because you might be the one to show me around. Somebody gonna show me around UK. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna get around UK. I don't know. For some reason, it just seems like, I don't know. My heart is sending me to 3 countries: UK, China, and Dubai. Supporting others. That's what we don't do. Don't make me cry, Angela, because y'all know I'm a big crybaby. Y'all don't want to know what it feels like not to be supported. Y'all don't know how I feel to, you go underground because you found yourself being so good to people and they beat your heart to a pulp. And they force you to have to let go of everything, including them, to rebuild. So when I tell y'all that this is bigger than what some people look at. This is big for me. This is big. I've owned about 7 or 8 businesses, and the lack thereof when it comes to family and friends was overwhelming for me. It was overwhelming. And I always said, if I ever get the chance, I'm going to show people with no help and support that all you got to do is do it from your heart. All you got to do is just ask the Lord to step in. All you got to do is ask the Lord to just give you the strength to keep going. And I realized at 50 years old that my calling was to help people. And I'm not going to stop. But what I had to do was I had to learn not to put my energy in people that didn't put theirs back in me. That's where we fail at. We start putting our energy in the wrong people. And what I was doing, like so many of us have done, I'm sure Angela have done it, because Angela is such a support power. When you talk about support, Angela is so supportive. Jug is so supportive. Addie Bug, supportive. These are the channels that I need you to write down, and I need you to go and subscribe to them. If I recommend a channel, I'm not going to recommend a channel for you to sub to. That's not a channel that didn't touch me one way or the other. Because the Lord give you certain discernments for reasons. And when he's chosen you to do certain things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you try to do. You ain't going to never get away from it. You know how many times I tried to stop this channel? Do you know just as early as this weekend, I wasn't going to do this anymore. But I can't. I got to. I have to. I have to. And y'all can look right now and you better know it. It doesn't matter what it takes. I'm going to blow this. Listen, I'm not going to blow it. I don't care about the channel. I'm going to blow this community up. See, those are things you don't hear from people. They don't tell you about blowing up a community. They tell you about blowing up their channel. I used to say it. I'm going to blow this channel up. And I never understood why me saying I'm going to blow this channel up never was comfortable. Because for me, it's not about blowing the channel up. It's about blowing the community up. That's when you see things bigger than what you're looking at. See, it's bigger than what I'm looking at. It's bigger. It's way bigger. It's not the channel. It's the community. And that's why I said the community going forward in your videos, you need to hashtag. That's the community. And I'm going to blow this community up. And when I say I, how rude of me. That's the problem. I can't do it alone. How could I say I when I got 2 of them on my face? This is not a singular thing. This is plural. We are going to blow this community up. And I used to say it before, and I'm going to start back saying it again. Clean up your houses, because we're going to take this by storm. All I need to do is to continue to make sure the foundation is right, make sure we have the right support, and we all are going to grow together. And I'm glad that you came in, Power. You're coming in at the right time, because you're coming in a community that everybody is going to know and also understand, because all of us have a backstory. I heard you the other day, Princess Angela. You better believe I heard what you went through. Don't think that passed me by. And you better believe we're coming back to that conversation. Just know that. Just know your day, Angela, a princess, your day, princess, is coming with me. And I'm kind of waiting on you, but you'll get here. because you got a story that you need to tell. You got a story that we need to talk about. Matter of fact, you got a story that is going to hit home and resonate with so many. And look, now we got Power Store. Power is into some of the struggles that we go through daily. Self-love, the struggle of eating to stay alive. Listen to this: men's mental health, transmuting darkness into light. We got to find a way to, once we can get some of these things off our heart and not so much continue to live in our hurt, continue to live in our misery, continue to live in our pain, continue to live in being alone, continue to live in people taking advantage of us, continue to live in people hurting us, continue looking for the wrong people that's not looking for us. Once we're able to get past stuff like that, do you know how strong and powerful you're going to be? The reason why I could sit here and I could do what I do, if y'all notice, I don't give a damn if I come here looking like a refugee. I choose to cover up my afro. I choose to fast. When I feel like, I don't know, lately I just went on this fasting and I found myself in places that I didn't know I was lost in. And once you can find where you lost at, and then you can work on those lost areas. You don't have to dwell on them. Work on it. Listen, you don't even have to stay in the lost times that you had. Just recognize it and compare it. Compare when you were lost then. And you might still be lost now, but compare being lost then to where you're at now. You're going to notice that in those two losses, you found something here differently than what you were doing or did back then. And 9 times out of 10, it's a different type of power. It's a different type of strength. It's a different type of understanding. It's also a different type of love. But you got to be able to find those things. If you don't find those things, that's when we fail. That's when people take advantage of us. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help us understand things on the other side. I'm here to help you. Listen, when I say hashtag said it, the reason why I said said it, because I hate for people to try to bite your tongue down and you can't say how you feel. It ain't my goddamn problem that you can't resonate with how I feel. The problem is you need to understand that I feel this way. It's not about you. And when I deal with people and I talk to them, I want you to be able to say what you said. Don't take it back. That's the problem. We dumb ourselves down by trying to hold things in for other people's feelings. What about saying what you got to say to people, but say it in a respectful way? What about that? I'd rather get it out than keep it in. And if you can't get it out to people, guess what? Sometimes sit back and wonder, are those people for you? See, I don't need you to bite your tongue. I don't need you to hold back how you feel. Because when you start holding back how you feel, that's when people take advantage, man. They take advantage and they crap on us. You can always say how you feel about things. Say it within respect. And a lot of times when you say, this is what I want to teach people. When you say what you feel about things towards someone, take a deep breath. And the first thing I need you to do is to remove the emotions. If you learn how to remove the emotions, you can get away with a lot of stuff. And I found myself, it's like every time I get ready to do a live or something, I found that I could be going to get my numbers. And either on the way there, on the way back, I'm the type of person, I have to clear my mind. When I'm not doing something to help someone, I have to ask the Lord to turn it off. I have to ask the Lord to turn it off. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it in those moments. I just want to be clear in my mind. I want to be like a goddamn airhead. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. But what I find myself doing when I say I don't want to think about it and talk about it, I find myself in a deep barrel of emotions. The reason why I've learned that I found myself in a deep barrel of emotions. Every time I get in these deep barrel of emotions, every other day that is, you better know it, it's because something told me, you know what? I needed to get my emotions off the table because somebody gonna fly in on my channel, or I'm gonna go and sit on somebody's stage and I'm gonna need to talk to them cold-heartedly. But they're not going to understand me all the time if my emotions are sitting there, because if my emotions are sitting there, I just took their emotions away. I'm already trained in my heart to handle it. I'm already trained to understand it. So once I've already been through it, take my emotions out so I can allow the person I'm talking to get their emotions off their chest. It's just a matter of getting to them and letting them learn how to be vulnerable, letting them learn how to let it go, letting them learn how to let it out. You might not be able to let it go like that, but when I say let it go, that means let it go from in here and put it out there. It's more room out there than it is in here with us. And that's when you have to learn how to control it in here. Once you put it out there, if you notice you put it out to the people and they're not doing anything, that's where you got to make cold-hearted decisions to cut their ass. And if you put it out there to someone and they're giving it back to you by understanding you, by feeling their pain, by wanting to change, by wanting to help you, then you can start learning how to control your emotions with that person or with that situation. But you got to learn how to get the emotions out first. So I had to learn how to get my emotions out, because it ain't too many situations that no one will be able to bring to me that I can't tell you I've not been through it on the other side. See, there's a circle here. You got this side where people go through it, and then you got that side where I went through it. I may not have gone through it the physical way you hit me, but that doesn't mean I didn't go through it in my heart. That's a rough place to be in your heart, because sometimes you don't see the bruises. So we need to understand. And a lot of times I can already feel, I say, Lord, who coming for me? And when I say, Lord, who coming for me? Who's coming for me? Because I just had to get an influx of emotions off my heart, because somebody need me, and they don't need me to break down to them. They need to be able to break down to me. And I need to be able to have the muscles to say, I got you. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let me teach you how to let it go. Let me teach you how to let it go by saying it. Y'all got to learn how to say it. Learn how to say how you feel. Don't hold it in. Learn how to say how you feel, but try to do it without your emotions. Take a deep breath. Take the emotions off the table. Learn how to say how you feel without being so abrupt about it and so aggressive. Learn it. If you're dealing with someone that puts you in that emotional, that aggressive stage, that's not the person for you to talk to until you're controlled on the inside first. That's what my job is. And I understand what my job is. And I understand that I can handle my job, because the Lord wouldn't have put me in this position if I couldn't. And you got to come with a couple things in order to hold a position like this. You got to come with understanding. You got to come with love. You got to come with a listening ear. You got to come with a talking mouth. And you got to come with looking eyes. Because not everything you look at is what you need to see. Because some people are going to come to you and they not real. And see, the Lord have protected me. He know how to, I can get shielded from stuff like that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Where some people may come out, yeah, you might be able to mimic what I'm doing. You might be able to mimic what I say, but you can never be me. And that's where people don't get it. I used to tell what my blueprint was, what I'm up to. I'm going to still tell what I'm up to, because I'm that person. And I have to tell what I'm up to in order to help somebody else. People are not going to trust me just because they looked at me look like this. They don't trust you just because of stuff like that. They want to trust you because they feel you, because the people that I come in contact with, they really need somebody they could trust. And know how I know that? Because when I came in contact with myself, I realized that I needed somebody I could trust. I realized I needed people I could trust. And now I realize I need a community to live in. I don't have it on the ground. but I found it here. I found it with people that are also looking for the same things. We don't have to be miserable and emotional all the time, but you got to learn how to get some of that misery out. You got to learn how to get some of those emotions out. And then you got to learn how to handle it. And then you got to learn how to control it. And then you got to learn when you got to go back to it. There's nothing wrong with having to go back to those emotions. The difference with going back to it, let's make sure that you learned something from the last time you were there. Let's make sure that you understand I'm back to my emotions, but they're more controlled. Every time you got to go back to your emotions, make sure you go back to them being controlled. And if you get to a place where your emotions aren't controlled, I'm going to be honest with you. You got to find a way to the Lord. If you don't find a way to the Lord, you got to find a way to your heart. And when you find a way to your heart and you get so deep embedded in your heart, you're going to hear something in your mind say, tell them what you need. And I did that this weekend. I told them what I needed. I said, I'm about to give up, but I can't give up on something that's embedded in me, but I'm about to give up. I told the Lord, I said, it's my relationship with the Lord. I said, you better show me a sign because I ain't got the strength no more. I got one message. That message said to me, good morning, Queen. See how it would. I still can't believe how easy it was for me to look at that good morning, Queen, and honestly take all the emotions that I was holding on to and sit them on the table for a second so that I could look at it. I had to look at what emotions I was going through at that moment, because then I had to level it out. I had to level out what I was going through and take what I needed to take and throw the rest away. And what I needed in that moment was the Lord to say, you can't give up, because when you just start something and you know it's your destiny and you're destined for it, it is never going to be that easy to give it up. The reason why it's not going to be that easy to give it up, because if you know you're doing something from the bottom of your heart, you're going to beat your own self up when you give it up. You're going to give it up to people, but you got to live with your heart. You got to live with your heart. You got to live with yourself. You got to live with your conscience. You got to live with your emotions. And that's why in this community, said it, hashtag said it. I don't want anybody not to say it. I want you to say what you got to say. Just understand whatever it is you say it with respect and try your best to deal with your emotions before you address it in front of anybody. Have all the emotions you need in the mirror. Have all the emotions you need in private. Have all the emotions you need by yourself. Have all the emotions you need in front of someone that can handle you and your emotions and understand it. But when you have to address those emotions with particular people and situations, all you got to do is practice the emotions of it in order to say what you have to say. And you can do it. I'm a Capricorn. I could be a firecracker. I can do that. Listen, I had to learn how to control my emotions. I had to learn when you go back in that rabbit hole, it ain't nothing wrong with going in the rabbit hole. The problem is when you don't know how to come out of it. And making sure whatever rabbit hole you go in, try to make sure you ain't in the same area that you first started. Because a rabbit hole can be long. A rabbit hole can be an ongoing hole. What's wrong with that? Don't sometimes you need to go underground? We all need to go underground sometimes. Sometimes we need to go underground and cut everybody off. I did it. I did it for the last 3 years. A lot of people ain't strong enough to do it like that, but I did it. I had to do it because that's why I know if I was able to go underground, when I tell you I went underground and cut the world off, anybody that know me right now probably say they haven't seen me in over 3 years. I cut the world. Y'all don't understand what the world mean. Y'all don't understand where I was at. So anybody out there that's going through something, I want to tell you, you're not by yourself. If you found this community, you didn't find this community for no reason. On Friday at 8 p.m., the next YouTube's small channel talent search will take place. I don't care if one person show up. And if one person don't show up, you better know this. I got a lot of channels that I scour. And sometimes I'll look at your channel and I don't even say anything, and I don't say anything for a reason. And I'm glad that I never really say anything, because I never knew that the day was going to come where we will meet one way or the other. I will force you out of your shell, because all you need is a little bit of support. And I'm so glad again that I was able to come in contact with the Power Store. The Power Store, again, is our first YouTube's small channel talent search winner. She won $100. Who gives a damn about that money? It's not about the money. What it's about for me is seeing a channel that's going to bring so much benefit. Because I can see me, the Power Store, Princess Angela, and Addie Bug on the stage. Princess Angela might not be ready just yet. She's going to get there, I promise you. Because she can tell she's in a community of love now. You're in a community where, don't think you roam through this chat, Princess, and I don't notice you. I noticed our last conversation. And if you don't think I know what I'm talking about, it was the conversation when we were on the panel, on the stage. And we were talking to Addie Bug. And she know what I'm talking about. And we will definitely be coming back to that. Because whether you're healed or not, Princess, we need to make sure that someone else out there is healed. And one good thing about it, I want you to see also, I don't know if you were here, the reason why Power Store is so important. I'm going to read it again like I did earlier. I'm Christine Renee, also known as Magnolia Black on IG. I am a transformative spiritual leader and mentor. As the founder of Power Store Inc., I strive to empower individuals to heal. Yes, Princess, to heal from childhood trauma, develop self-care practices, and channel energies towards love, self-love, and positive growth. We didn't stop right there. I hold a master's degree in early childhood development, certification in ISC, that's infant toddler specialist credentials. This credential emphasizes best practices in early intervention, developmental milestones, and providing nurturing care to ensure optimal growth in the earliest stages of life. I am a senior clinical therapist. As a spiritualist, I offer holistic approach to helping others manifest their highest potential and embrace their journey of self-discovery. I also create herbal teas for health and wellness. Not only do we have support, I don't want to hear a damn thing about no dummy tell me y'all ain't got no license. You a damn lie. The Lord didn't send power to us for no reason. We got a licensed therapist. You better believe we're going to make sure that channel do what it's supposed to do. And I'm sure Power also understand that what we're up to right now, we will grow a platform at a time. Sometimes you got to get behind the brand. When you get behind the brand and you push the brand up, everybody else will grow. Long as we pay attention to what we need to do first. Don't nobody get to a point, well, I'm not this, I'm not that. We put, no. You got to push somebody up first, because somebody got to be the strong leader to stand. We all are the strong leaders, but somebody got to get us where we need to go at first in order for everybody else to be able to rise to the occasion. And then we can come back down on the ground to get in the boots, because what goes up got to come back down. Right now we up. We got to be up in the air because it's not on the ground right now. That's why Power Store is online right now, because she already know for herself that support ain't on the ground. What she looking for is not on the ground. If we really want to get to people that really need help, we needed to be in the air. And see, it's things like that that you got to pay attention to know if you're on the right track or if you're being led in the right direction. I know Power probably think that I wasn't going to pay attention to all of that. Of course I was. That's why I'm who I am. That's why I started this channel search, because it's talent. See, this is talent. It's more than a career. You got to be talented in the area that you're in. You got to understand what you're doing. You got to have power behind you. You got to have knowledge behind you. You have to have love and understanding behind you. You have to have it all. And we're going to build this community the way we need to. So listen, when Princess starts suffering and she needs someone to talk to and she can't reach me, she going to know how to reach Power. And I'm going to find an easier way for us to reach each other, where we shouldn't have to just go in a video and leave a comment. We should be able to talk to each other in this circle the way we talking to each other now. We should be able to reach someone in a different way. And I'm working on something like that as well. So y'all just continue to hold on. Continue to just ask the Lord to give you strength. Because one thing I know you can notice right now, you found where you need to be. Princess, I definitely appreciate you. And I want you to know that you didn't come and you weren't noticed. You probably go a lot of places and you support a lot of channels. You support the chat. You support the panels. You support the stage. But I want you to know, whatever support you need, you got it from me. And I know you need something. I know you need it. I see in your channel. I know you need it. Whether it's being lonely, listen. The Lord don't make connections for no reason. And immediately, Princess will tell you, immediately she got a wrench. Immediately. Just like that. Because I already know when the Lord put somebody somewhere. And you better know it. So thank you again, Power Store. We definitely want to welcome you to the community. We definitely thank you so much for allowing us to get to know you. We want to thank you so much for bringing your education to us. We want to thank you so much for bringing your knowledge to us. We want to thank you so much because you're just getting started. I don't know what you do during the daytime, and we will find all of that out. But I can tell you this, you're going to find yourself wrapped in this so heavily until at some point, and that's going to be real soon, you're going to be making a decision as to which roads you need to really be traveling, or you're going to need to build a different type of schedule, because you're going to have so much that you're going to need to do here. There's so many conversations that are going to need to be had with you from so many different people. And what we're going to do, which you and I will talk about that. We're going to get you to the subs that you need, and we're going to have you to start stream recording. Some people don't want to actually have a channel and be on their channel. You got some people that honestly want to be supportive on other channels. I call them houses. I don't like the word channels. They like to be supportive at other houses. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that support right there for me means a lot. That's a big set of support for me, because I know how to support you. I know you might not want to be over there. You might want to be over here. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Long as you get what you need out of it. Long as you get the appreciation. Long as you get the love. Long as you get the support. And to me, long as you get the acknowledgement, then that's the thing. Some people don't acknowledge people for good accolades. I don't care if you're a mod. You know what? The good part about it, when you're the best mod, when you're a good mod, when you're a mod that people love, when you're a mod that know how to support, but don't be supporting when they're not acknowledging you. That's the problem. And anybody out there in my parking lot, all the parking lot pimps, parking lot PFFs, I want to tell y'all, welcome to the I Said It community. That's this sector. We said it. God damn it. Now what? And we're not taking it back. And when we said, we're going to repeat the same thing over again. And when we said, we want you to understand, we're telling you from our heart. And we don't have to bite our tongue, long as we say it within respect from the beginning. And if you get out of line and you don't get that respect, God damn it, that means you didn't deserve it. So you better know it. And I want y'all to know too, when you're a part of this sector, when you're a part of this community, don't mess with no I said it's. Mess with my community, I promise you, you're messing with me. Y'all better go back and really look at my videos. And people may not understand that. Look at my videos. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you black. I'm going to eat your ass up if you come for mine. And to be in this community means a whole lot. And you better know it. This community is of protection as well. And that's why I got to make sure that the foundation is laid the right way. I go over to other channels. I go over to other houses. And y'all going to start understanding that too. And what I'm going to start doing is making sure that I stream from other places that I'm at. Because a lot of times I go to other houses, y'all don't believe it. I stand up. I have to stand up strong. And when I'm over visiting other houses, I have to stand up for my women. Because they beating our ass to a pulp around here. And I go and drop whatever I want to do, slap them in the head real quick, and then I bounce up out of there. And then I leave everybody, what happened now? What she said? You heard what the F I said. Y'all said something that wasn't right. And I had to come in here and sit down and stomp my goddamn feet because I didn't like what you just said about my people. Cash was on the panel Friday. And Cash had an issue with someone being a racist, and they blocked Cash because he said something about it. So I just dropped a video, and it was a simple one too. I didn't get ugly with it at all. I just said what I had to say, and I let them know that whoever blocked Cash, I'm waiting. Cash will probably be popping in on one of the lives. He'll probably be back Friday, because eventually we're going to get to the bottom of who did something to Cash. Because if I got to go and do a reaction video to whoever bothering Cash, you better know I'm going to react to your ass. And when I react to your ass, I don't get off your ass until the next situation come up. You better know it. And as being a part of our Said It sector, that's my job. I said it, goddamn it. I said it because you was messing with one of my Said It's. Those my queen kings and things. You don't get to just take advantage of my family like that. Somebody got to stand up. And I am one that stand up. And I'm very supportive like that. And I can't help it. And if you're a part of this community and there's anything that's wrong, I want you to make sure you let us know that. Let us know what's wrong. Let us know if someone is bothering you. Let us know if something is going on and you need help. Let us know if you need support. Let us know if you need us to listen to you, because the last thing that we want anybody to do is fall off. We don't want you to fall off. You got enough support here. This foundation is really being built, and it's being built the right way. And that's what we're here for. And I want everybody to know it. I'm not going to hold everybody up. I will most likely be back on live tonight. I'm going to see what I need to come back on for. I may come back on the live again tonight just to bring the men back in, because I haven't been neglective of men, but what they've been doing. So my men, anytime I go live, all my men come and bombard me. They all come in, and I'm like, men, see, here's the thing. For anybody that don't understand me, I do reaction videos. I also do shorts, and now I'm doing my small channel. When I go and do my men only live, whether people believe it or not, my men only lives are for me to just be me. Like, I don't have to go back and forth on a video. I don't have to be at nobody's house on the stage going toe to toe with these damn men, especially these passport bros. And I can't wait to talk to Angela about that, because one thing about it, Angela, these men claiming that they're going over to other countries and they're doing what they want to do to women. But what they're not understanding is you're going to other countries because you feel like American women aren't this, that, and the other. But what they're not understanding is you running to get women from other countries. You don't know what abuse and torment they are going through over in their own country. And the only reason why they okay with you is because they don't know what your ass been doing in your goddamn country while you running from American women. They run from one area to another area, and they get these other women, and they feel like these other women haven't been through anything, or they this, they that, or they listen. No, they listening because they ready to get out of where they're at. They're listening because they already going through things in their country. Y'all just going, taking your ass over there, getting somebody scraps. Ain't like you going over there getting no goddamn fresh meat. You going over in other countries that might not even have as much of a voice. So basically, you're running to other countries, getting with women that don't have much of a voice, because what? You trying to control their voice because you couldn't control the voice over here. But what happened is, you don't think that the women in other countries have been subjected to certain abuse, physical, mental, verbal. You don't think they going through stuff? So you think you just going over in another country getting you an angel. You might be getting an angel, but that don't mean that angel have not been going through something. So they selling this wolf game online. These passport bros. Listen, y'all, we got so much work to do. My goodness. All I needed was the right fighters with me, because I'm gonna fight my ass. Listen, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for what's right. I'm gonna fight for what's wrong. I'm gonna fight for when you messing with one of mine. I want mine to fight for when they messing with me. And I'm sure Angela Princess got a lot of stories where we need to go and help somebody. And that's what I want y'all to start doing. I want y'all to start looking for people, bring them to us that need the help. I want you, when you come, bring one person with you that you know need help. Bring somebody so that we can give them the strength that they need. I don't care what country they in. I'm looking for other countries to go to. I seen what you said earlier, Power. Power said, yeah, a travel buddy. You damn right. You got your passport. Power, I need you to hold on to that passport. I'm looking to go to UK. I'm looking to go to China. And I'm definitely looking to go to Dubai. Y'all imagine how it's going to be going to some of these countries and we walking up in these countries. Yes, we got to respect their rules. Let's make sure we know what the rules are. And I know when we start traveling, we're going to know, because these passport bros have this thing. I heard them say the other day that it's more women travel outside of the United States to have sex with men. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all just hear me say the passport bros are on the channels? I just had a walk with their ass a couple days ago. I told them, man, shut your dumb ass up. That don't even sound right. It doesn't make no goddamn sense. You're telling me that you see statistics showing more women are traveling to other countries to have sex with men. Meanwhile, if I put in hashtag passport bros, you know how many channels are following hashtag passport bros? You know how many people are on there? Anytime I see a passport brother chat video, you should see the amount of men in the chat. And you're telling me, find me a channel with passport women that's traveling. And if women are traveling, they're traveling with their girlfriends to get away. We're traveling to go visit somewhere to get a peace of mind, to get away from children, to be able to just say, this is me time. This is for me. Why do so many men like labeling women? And this is what we need to start standing up for. Stop labeling us women for stuff that y'all know y'all doing, but you trying to point your finger other places instead of holding yourselves accountable. That's what the problem is. Yes, Princess Angela said, I didn't even know it was a thing. Hey, Princess, that's why I need you to start following me. I'm going to make sure when I get ready to go to other houses, I did it the other day. I stream record from another channel, another house that was saying men versus women. Soon as I get on the panel, on the stage, the first question is, what do men want? I want to know, why is it from women? Why do we need to tell a man what they want? And then one of the men felt he knew women so goddamn good. He told all the women what we wanted. And not a woman agreed with him. Oh, we want a man that's protecting us. You think that's what we looking for? That's it. That should be in the person. That's not something I'm looking for. I don't go out looking. I need to make sure he know how to protect me. So he got it wrong. I'm saying to myself, so it basically was, if you a man, why do I need to come and tell you what you want? You need to be telling me what you want. And then I can tell you what I want. These men got upset with me. Oh, I'm generalizing. I'm not really answering the question. I'm saying to myself, what was the question? You're asking me what men want. What the F would I need to tell you what men want? That's your job to tell me what you want. And then my job is to tell you if I see in you the wants and the needs that I need. If not, I can bounce out and you can find what you want to get those needs and wants. And then I can move on to the person where I could get the needs and wants. I said, I don't know if men do this because they're on live or because I don't believe that they're doing these things. And one guy, oh, women, all women looking for a man with 6 figures. I had to stop him in his goddamn tracks. I say, go on with that. Stop with your damn foolishness. You do not hear women in your day-to-day life telling you that they looking for no damn man with 6 figures. You heard that on the Kendra G show. And now you're trying to bring it on this show. The average conversation between people in relationships, they're not saying, you know what, do you make 6 figures? They're not asking that. And then another one of the questions were, do we think that men standards, it was something about a man's standards being lower than a woman's standard. The men on the panel on the stage said that the women's standards are way higher than men's standards. Now here I go again. I'm looking at these men and I'm saying to myself, is it just me or is something wrong? How are y'all going to say that a woman's standards are way higher than a man's standards when I look around the room to a lot of the women I know? Their standards are pitifully low because the average woman will not leave a relationship, especially if they know it's toxic. They will sit and watch that man cheat to have a piece of man than no man. That's a part of standards. That's a part of you letting yourself go. You're being mistreated. You're being taken advantage of. You're accepting things that you shouldn't accept. And you're going to tell, and a man, and I don't know where they get this from, where a woman will leave a man quick. I'm saying to myself, show it to me. That's the case. I wouldn't have been in a marriage 31 years and stayed. And me leaving my marriage, me separating from my marriage after 31 years had nothing to do with another woman. I've never been through that. I don't know how that feel. And I don't have to lie. I don't know how I feel. But that wasn't my reason. But I still stayed in a marriage where I know I wasn't happy. But I stayed though. So I want to know, where do they get these analogies from? Where does their statistics come from? And what I said to these men, I said, are you guys answering this question according to your experiences? Or are you giving me some random ass answer because you've been sitting on social media? So the point that I'm making, ladies, I go to a lot of houses and they beating us women to the pulp. And we don't necessarily need to fight with them. But what we need to do is make sure that we get stronger on the inside. And in order for us to get stronger on the inside, we got to start tackling things that got us beat down emotionally from the jump. And I don't know why a lot of men feel like because a woman is single or a woman decides not to be with a man or so forth and so on, that means we this, we that, we too much, we think we. But I don't understand, why is it that a man can be single with options and choices and choose when he don't want to and all this stuff, and they okay. But when a woman do it, man, we gonna get our ass beat up. Oh, she must be think she all that. And y'all won't believe what I also found. I also found, going to some of these channels where the men are more of chauvinistic pigs than anything. What I've also found was the women would jump on the stage and literally defend these men. And I would swat their ass off the stage. Get, girl, I know good and damn well you ain't jump on this stage to talk to me. And they'll jump on the stage to talk to me. But they've been in the chat all that time, letting the men swat their ass off. Man, they were swatting on one house. They were swatting them women off. Lionel is his name. He was swatting their ass off that goddamn stage so quick, man. You would have thought air wasn't existing. He swatted, you got it right? He swatted them so bad until I was like, damn. And when I stepped in, he didn't part his lips the whole time I was there. And you know what the lady said? I'm a pick me. Pick me? What the hell does a pick me mean? Now here's the problem with it. The man was trying to say that he don't want to hear from none of these women that was getting on the stage because they were sounding stupid. It didn't make sense. What they was talking about was like, girl, what that's what you telling me? And he was swatting, pop, pop, pop. He was slapping their ass in the head like knuckleheads. And then I get up there, change the whole dynamic. Then you get one honey bun want to come up and talk to me. But what she didn't hear was, I understood what the man was saying. I said, I relate to him cold-heartedly. I said, the reason why I relate to him cold-heartedly is because I want men to back off of me. I want y'all to stop coming to me with your nonsense ass. I want you to stop coming to me acting like you can get this goddamn diamond in the rough. You know good and damn well you just got your parts from the junkyard. And I couldn't understand what this lady was saying. Pick me. How am I a pick me if I'm trying to explain to you ladies, when you find yourself, you don't have to accept any type of man that come to you. If their conversation ain't right, you can look at them and tell that they not up the par or up the standards for you, you don't have to settle for that. How that mean I'm picking them? Because they didn't pick me. That's why I was swatting their ass like they got swatted. They didn't even understand that part of it. I say, man, some women so lost right now, and you trying to tell me the level of standards for a woman is way higher than a man? Y'all lost y'all damn mind. You lost your mind. There are so many women that got low standards because they settle for anything. They say a piece of man is better than no damn man. And I totally disagree with it. I don't want a piece of man because he's not getting a piece of me. How should I accept a piece of man when you got all of me? I don't want that piece no damn more. And that's what people don't get. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of help that's needed. So Power Store, you came in just in time. And again, we want to definitely welcome you to the community. We want to welcome you. We are so happy and glad to have you to come because there's so much that's needed. I have a lot of young adults that come to me and they need help. This one guy come to me, his name is Larry. And Larry is 24 years old. And he's so lost on the inside. He said, Queen, he said, I got friends, but I'm just not their friend. And I said, yeah, because you don't fit there. And sometimes when you don't fit, you're going to feel lost, no matter who try to fit in with you. And that's what happened to me. People tried to fit in with me, and they'll fit in with me. And I'm going to be very nice. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be cordial. But when I've walked off, everywhere I walk off, I'm like, damn, man, I had fun while I was there, but I don't know if I'll be back. Because it just wasn't for me. The people wasn't for me. I cut the world off. People were probably, oh, she must be going through something. I was going through y'all ass. What I was going through is getting y'all ass out of my damn life, because y'all don't know y'all are heathens. You're a headache. You're annoying. Man, you bring a person down. You just don't know how you ruin spirits. You don't know how you ruin energy. Y'all don't know there's a such thing as energy ruiners. They will ruin your energy. And sometimes if you're not strong enough, you don't know how to get that energy back. I found that, but I had to find out how to get my damn energy back. I said, because why should I let another human that breathe like me, get cut like me? God damn it, ain't even taller than me. How I'm letting them bring me from uphill down there? Man, I had to find my damn strength. I had to get my emotions intact. I had to learn how to be selfish. I had to understand what loneliness was, because being selfish gonna lead to loneliness. And you be selfish and lonely for so goddamn long. When you find yourself, I guarantee you're going to find peace. And once I went through the selfishness, I went through the loneliness, and then I found my peace. Then I start rising back up again. And once I rose back up, it was kind of hard getting back out there. I literally just started getting back out there maybe about a couple months ago, even if that. And I still didn't get back out there with no family. I didn't get that back out there with no friends. Because if I left you in the past, I promise you, you're going to stay there. And I haven't changed that yet. And I don't think I plan on doing it. Because the way I feel right now, I really don't see a person that I miss. And I tried to find out if it was somebody that I was missing. If it's someone that I may have disconnected with that I shouldn't have. And a couple of times I went back to that and I said, oh, okay, I see why I left your ass alone. Time to get back to work. It's time to get back to my business. And once I did that, I was okay. The problem with it was, as I started running into situations again, I had to remember, man, do you know how I felt when I was being selfish? That was hurtful, because I'm not a selfish person. Do you know how I felt when I was lonely? Man, that was hurtful, because I'm really not, I'm a loner, but I'm a loner introvert. See, I could do both of those, but I know how to go out. I know how to interact. I don't have a choice but to know how to interact, because people are going to interact with me regardless. I walk in the store. I could go in the store for a Snickers bar. You better know I ain't coming out that store real quick, because they're going to talk about something. They got, oh, you're tall. Oh, you're with Afro. Oh, you're this. Oh, I like what it is. I'm always extended. So I got to be an extrovert as well. I got to know how to be a people person, because I have no choice. I'm 6'2". I wear heels. People look at me like I'm from Club Pluto. So I have to introvert. I have to be an extrovert, an introvert. I got to do both of those. But I also had to understand everything that I went through on the inside. I didn't think I'd be able to get through it, man. And because I got through it, I can't see myself going back to it again. Because, man, that's a lonely, sad place, especially when people don't know how to come and find you. They don't know how to find you out of that. I'm telling you, man, and I thought I was going back to that this weekend. And it took man, listen, it took Good Morning Queen. I swear to God, man, if the Lord could come down and say she ain't lying. I don't know why. I had done gave up on the inside this weekend. Probably because I know I'm starting another journey. And every time I start another chapter in my life, man, it's like I get broke down and get built back up on the ass, boy. Man, I built right now. You can't stop me again now, because now I see I ain't going to be able to stop, because now the Lord done put a ram in the bush. Even if I try to stop, this ram in the bush ain't going to let me stop. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You're just as powerful, and you can do it. And when you go through selfishness, you go through loneliness, and you find your peace, when you get back out there again, don't ever let those three go. Don't let them go, because if you're not a selfish person, you don't have to be, especially when you let them selfish ass people go that's on the other side. See, when you became selfish, it was to block them from mistreating you, being selfish, taking advantage of your heart, being selfish, just taking advantage of you. You had to stop that. Now you learned how to be selfish on the other side. And because you had to be selfish on the other side, you shooed them away. You end up being lonely because you notice who all was around you selfish. A selfish person only know how to take. They don't know how to give. Because if that person wasn't really selfish, they wouldn't know how to come back and find you and ask you what's going on. What can I do? If I did something to hurt you, I apologize. See, people don't, when they selfish on the other side, they're not going to come back and do that. But when you learn how to be selfish on the other side, it's inevitable. You're going to be lonely. I don't give a damn. You're going to be lonely. Man, I was so lonely some days. I used to lay in the bed. I didn't even know why I was crying looking up. I just used to, man, them tears used to be so warm. And I'm like, Lord, I'm tired of crying. But I couldn't help it. And I'm glad I couldn't help it because I needed to get it out. Whatever it is, I needed to get it out. And once I got it out, I found peace. And when I found peace, man, I don't plan on going back to that lonely, selfish stage. Not that one. But what I will do, and I want you to practice doing it, I want you to understand what being selfish means on the other side. I want you to understand what being lonely means on the other side. And I want you to understand what finding your peace means on the other side. So when you understand those three, if you got to go back up the stairs, just as long as you're going back up and know how to come back down. Know how to come back down, but know how to go back up. Because if you don't like being selfish, you got to make sure you're watching who you're around. You got to make sure you're paying attention to signs. You got to make sure you're understanding when a person coming back around you. And I've seen this before. It's called practicing that yellow light. So you got red, yellow, and green. I need you to always understand what that yellow light means. That means slow down, proceed with caution. And when you slow down and proceed with caution, if you got to go back to the red light, God damn it, I want you to stop just like that. And when you stop, understand whether or not you need to start being selfish again. Understand if you need to go to a lonely stage with this person or these people again. But understand which one is more important, being selfish, being lonely, or being at peace. Always practice that yellow light. And if that yellow light leads to the red light, don't be scared to stop at that red light again. That's when you go back down the rabbit hole. But remember, you down the rabbit hole, but you're not in the same area of the rabbit hole that you were in before. Because now you understand definitions of things. You understand what it means to be lonely. You understand what it means to be selfish. You understand what it means to be at peace, because the first time you went down that rabbit hole, you didn't know what you was doing. That's why you were so selfish. That's why you were so lonely. But you need to understand what you need to guard, and that's your peace. Guard your peace. Guard your peace at all costs. Guard it. And when you get to that red light, don't be no dumbass. Don't get to the red light and shoot back out there again because the goddamn light is green. What, you trying to get hit by another car? No. Practice yellow. Always proceed with caution. So even when that damn light turn red, you ease off the brakes. And when you ease off the brake, pay attention. Do I need to hit the red light? Or can I go now? That's when you learn how to save yourself. That's what I had to do. And that's my job to show other people how to do that. You don't have to go spending thousands of dollars for things. You got to learn who you are. You got to understand who you are. You got to understand what your purpose is. You got to understand what life dealt you. You got to understand it's true. Life deal you lemonade. You got to learn how to, when life deals you lemons, you got to learn how to make lemonade. Okay? You got to learn how to make it with the ingredients that you have until you could do better. That's what it's about. And if you're out there and you have a small channel, on Fridays, every Friday for now, I will be doing a YouTube's first small channel talent search 2025. Our first winner of the first show we put on, search we put on Friday, is Power Store. In Power Store, if you notice, you got more accolades than you thought. Look at Princess Angela's purple. Look at your welcome purple. And then look at your P for power purple. That's a very special color, especially to me. Purple signifies my mom. That's her favorite color. And I went down the rabbit hole, and I didn't realize that I went down the rabbit hole because I had to find peace with my mom. I did, because I was raised by my dad and all men, and I didn't have my mom. But I knew my mom before I left, and it hurt me a lot of years. And my mom had other kids, and she had other girls. I'm the oldest, and I don't look like any of them. I'm 6'2". I wear heels. I'm a little bit more flashy. I'm just me. And I got a different dad than everybody else, than all of them. Me and my brothers, older brothers, have the same dad. And I harbored a lot of hurt and resentment because of that. So this purple color, when I thought that I was okay and I could do it without her. I didn't need her. And I realized if I didn't make peace with her, it wasn't going to be no me no more. And I needed to make peace with my mom. I didn't need her to forgive me. I mean, I didn't need to forgive her. I needed her to forgive me, because back then she couldn't help it. But what I also had to realize on the inside, that everything that happened back then, it clearly happened to form who I am today. And who I am today is a person that can help somebody that need me. I've already got beat up on the inside. So the beatings that I took, the Lord showed me how to heal it. And I had to heal from the inside, because people didn't see it on the outside. They look at this. And I had to learn that my inside was hurting. And that's why I tell y'all it's a circle and there's a half to it. And on this half over here is where I was at. That's on the inside right there, where people couldn't look in because they didn't want to. They were being selfish. That's some selfish ass people. But I learned how to find who I am. I learned how to heal from the inside. So I can hold conversations with people now. I don't have to have my emotions in them. But I say what I said. Period. And our job is to help someone. I would have never known that Princess went through something. And what she went through is very traumatic. And right now, I don't have to tell her story. She'll tell it. I'm sure Power, there's some things Power went through. As soon as she hit my stage last week, I seen it. So whatever it was, there's something that's going to be able to heal someone else. And what you ladies don't understand, I know Princess know, but what you don't understand is being healed on the inside. It honestly, it means a lot. It means a lot It means a lot in so many different ways. And what you went through, Princess, and with the background that you have, Power, Addie Bug, definitely need that support. And I think there's a lot of adults out there that need help and support, but those adults, they need to find their way to us. I think we need to make sure that we continue to focus on the youth. And if y'all seen the live that I did earlier today, that when I started the live earlier today, you seen that the focus that I started off on was Job Corps. With whatever this new thing is that's going on with the president and all of this, Job Corps have until June the 30th. And every single one of those doors will be closed. And that's a movement that we honestly need to jump on, because it's our youth. Adults are going to be adults. And y'all see, I do the men only live at night. I do the open panel. I also go over to other houses and I visit. But we have a bigger purpose and a bigger cause. And for some, how, I don't know, but I want to start finding people that are in Job Corps, because do you know the homelessness there? A lot of people went to Job Corps because honestly, they had nowhere else to go. A lot of people went to Job Corps because they truly needed a new outlook on life. A lot of people went to Job Corps because they couldn't make it in the area that they were in. It might have been a lot of dysfunction around them. It might have been a lot of, things that were prohibiting them from moving forward. And then they go to Job Corps. They can get a GED. They can get a trade. They get housing. They get food. And they come home with money in their pocket. That's a whole nother outlook on life for them. And for something to just be taken from up under them like that, that's not right. And I'm looking and they're saying, oh, it was this and it was abuse and it was, why didn't they never say this on the news? Why are you going into the poorest communities? That's a part of poor communities. So y'all scripting budget from poor communities. All the money that y'all get from lottery, all the money y'all get from people paying taxes. You damn sure get my goddamn money, and you're telling me that it's not enough money to support. These are teenagers. Job Corps started at the age of 16. So you got teenagers, and then you also have young adults. Because from 20 to 24, those are young adults in my eyes. And we can't support them. So we just take that from them just like that. It's not okay, I'm going to allow you to finish out by the end of the year. It's not okay, I'm going to allow you to get under a contract and we will take away certain things that we see you don't need. So you're just going to completely strip everything from them. Kids that are in these programs all around the world. I showed you earlier all the different states. New York, one of the biggest states. Kentucky, one of the biggest states. California, one of the biggest states. Florida have about 4 or 5 locations. You just gonna close everything. Do you know how many thousands of kids can't even finish getting their GED? And then they come back and they homeless. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. It's a disgrace and it's disgusting. And then you got people like Elon Musk. Since when you became the president and the vice? Like, why am I hearing so much from Elon Musk? Who the hell is the vice president? That's what I want to know. I didn't keep up with all of it. Who in the hell, where the hell is the vice president at? Y'all talking. And then on top of that, I'm not knocking nobody, and I'm not trying to turn this into a political debate. All I know is Job Corps is very important to a lot of people. But I know one thing. Y'all was saying that so many people were saying, oh, Biden too old. Biden. Man, did y'all notice that Elon Musk look older than Biden? I said, God damn, what you been doing with your billions? Putting them on Tesla? You need to put some of that money into your damn looks. That man looks so goddamn old. He looked like Biden's daddy, let alone Biden. I said, man, these Biden do keep his hair swooped to the back. This man looked like he all over the place. This man looked like he older than Trump. Goddamn, Trump looked like his toupee younger than Elon Musk. I don't want to hear all of that. And y'all got the galls to go into Job Corps and not just, they didn't go into Job Corps and close locations down. Okay, for an example, in Kentucky, let these people finish out getting their education. And then you shut down some of the locations. Don't just cold-heartedly take everything from up under them. They took everything. Y'all closing down. I don't know if it was 60-something locations or 90-something, 60, 90, 80, something like that. They taken away so many locations until it's honestly not even funny. It's not only not funny, it's not cute. It's not only not cute, it's annoying. It's just disrespectful. And it's another level of people saying, man, there's discrimination and there's racism. It don't have to be racism to say, oh, you saying I got a problem with black. God damn it, if the shoe fit, wear. But what I'm saying is you got a problem with low income communities. You got a problem with minority. There are a lot of white low income communities. There's a lot of black low income communities. There's a lot of low income minority communities. And this the communities y'all go in and y'all just take everything from them. Not let's close down. If it's because if I think I'm right, it was about 6 different locations in New York. Because I think New York had the most schools for Job Corps. Why not close down 4 schools? And then people got to get on the waiting list. But at least you left the door open to some people. That's my problem. You take Addie Bug. I don't know if Addie is still on the panel or not. However, Addie Bug is being homeschooled right now. She's not even going to regular school. So my problem is if Addie Bug is not going to she's being homeschooled. What if Addie Bug decided, you know what? I need to go to Job Corps because I want to get my education. I want to go and try to get it as quick as I can. She's 17 years old. She's went through so much in her life as far as abuse and bullying and cutting. And, she went through a lot. And she couldn't cope in regular school. Now she's being homeschooled. But what if she had an option to go to Job Corps and at least get her GED? At least get the things that she need, get a trade up under her belt, give her a new outlook on life. She don't even have that option. She can't get in there. I mean, they plan on closing the doors to Job Corps in less than 30 days. On June the 30th, Job Corps across the countries are closed. But I can't understand, why did we get such a bailout? We got a bailout during COVID. We got a bailout to the banks. Banks got bailouts. Car dealerships got bailouts. And y'all don't know how to bail out the school education system. Shame on y'all. Shame on this government. Shame on this government. Shame on this government. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful and it's disrespectful. And to me, on a lot of levels, it's racist. It's racist because we got billionaires sitting up there. Y'all stripping the poor, but y'all making sure the wealthy eat. That's shameful. That's shameful. That's shameful. That's shameful. And I wish that I'm going to continue to plead, and I'm going to go back over because I did pull up on the other channel on Facebook where I don't know who I was on then, but there was a channel over there on Facebook, a news channel. And so many people chimed in on being disgusted by that. Thousands of children, not hundreds, thousands of teens and young adults can't even finish getting their education because on June 30th, the doors are closing. But they had money to bail out banks. They had money to bail out car dealerships that overtax us in interest rate and stuff, overcharging us on cars that they get for pennies on the dollar, and they got bailed out. And you're telling me we can't bail these kids out and these young adults that are trying to make something out of themselves, that are trying to at least get their GED, that are trying to get a trade. This one girl that I showed earlier, this young lady said that she's going to school to be she's in Job Corps to be a medical assistant. And she can't even get her certificate. She can't get her certificate. She can't get her certificate because they're about to close the doors on her. If there's anybody in the chat, which I didn't go through the chat yet, but I will. If there's anybody in the chat that want to step on stage, that have something to say, that want to contribute to any of the topics and the conversations that I brought forth today, you're definitely welcome. This is an open panel. You're welcome to, before I close out, anybody out there in my parking lot, all the parking lot pimps, parking lot pimpettes, if you guys are out there and there's something that you want to say, anything that you want to contribute to this conversation, you got more than one. You're more than welcome to jump on the stage. You're more than welcome to chime in. Let us know how you feel about that. Let us know what you can do to even support this cause, because I want to kind of turn this into a real movement. This is really disgraceful. I don't think people really understand how heavy this is. And the problem with it is, I literally just found out about this last night. If there's anybody out there in the parking lot, my parking lot pimps, parking lot pimpettes, anybody out there in the chat, anybody on the panel, anybody that's listening, don't forget, every Friday, I'm doing a YouTube's first small channel talent search. Power Store Inc. was the first winner. She won a free $100 just like that. And as you can see, Power only have 48 subscribers. And she came in and she won just like that. She told her story. We scoured her channel and she was voted as the winner. And she got her money. She's there. She was in the chat. I'm sure she's still here somewhere. She'll tell you she got her money the next day. And not only did she get money, it wasn't all about the money for me. What it was about was for her to join a community. And that's the hashtag. Welcome to hashtag I said it sector. That's this community. And what she's getting in this community is she's going to get support. That's what's important. It's the support. Her getting support is far more important than $100. Her being able to get her channel out there. If you are out there, please go and support her. If you will, someone please drop her channel in the chat again so that we can click on and you can go, please go over and subscribe to her. We're going to make sure that we bring Power back. We're going to try to have Power on at least once a week. And if you are a small channel, as we grow and you're a channel, you will be hitting the stage too. You're going to get the recognition that you deserve. You're going to get any kind of accolades that you need help with. All we're doing is asking you to let us know. In this community, in this network, basically what I'm doing, I'm building it up to where if there's anything you need as a small channel, I'm going to have another channel to send you over to. Even if I have to pick up the phone and call that channel and tell them what you need. We're going to make sure that you get the support you need in order to grow. Boots aren't on the ground for everybody right now. There's a lot of brick and mortars that are closed. So if you are already up in the air, you have a YouTube channel, bring it on in. If you need help and you need support, because we couldn't all do it. I already told y'all what my story was. I didn't have any help, any support, not a help or support. I did it by myself. I figured it out. I literally figured it out. I went underground and I figured it out. The difference with you trying to figure it out these days, you don't have to do what I did. I went in a dark space to figure it out. But I needed to go in that dark space to figure it out because I needed the Lord to know that I needed him. He didn't need me. I had to go in that space to figure it out. And when I came out of that space, I still didn't figure it all out because I still needed to apologize to my mom and ask her for her forgiveness. Now I'm in a whole nother powerful stage. And now I'm on a whole nother journey. And I'm glad to say I'm on this journey. And now I'm on a journey where I know I can help you if you need it. There's a lot of people that's come to me about help with their channel, and I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. And along this journey, I've met a lot of other houses, which is channels. I call them houses. I've met a lot of houses where I can also help them. And they can help me. And that means I have somebody that can help you. So we're looking at Power's channel right now. And as we can see, just by looking at the top up here, there's things that Power need help with. And we're going to make sure that she get that help. We're going to make sure that we take this channel because this is an important channel as of all of them. We have someone that's licensed to help you. And we will make sure that we do that. We got to get Power to where she need to be so that she can be stronger in her advocacy and make sure that we get the right people, persons, channels, and houses in that need the help. And I definitely, again, want to welcome you, panel, Power. Welcome, 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 welcome to the #Saiddit sector. This is a community of understanding, love, and support. And if you said it, goddamn it, all we say is for you to mean it. And when you said it, goddamn it, say it in truth. Say it in truth. There's 3 things that I had to learn to stand on. I had to learn, number 1, to stand on truth. I had to tell the Lord that one thing I'm going to do is just make sure I tell the truth. And then the next thing that I had to stand on is having the Lord to the head of my heart. I didn't need him to be the head of nobody's church, and I didn't need him to be the head of nobody's Bible. I needed him to be the head of my heart first, because once I put him to the head of my heart, he'll lead me to anywhere else I need to be. So we're opening up somebody's church doors. My heart gonna tell me when it's time to get there. When I go and read the Bible, I sit down and I read the Bible to my mom and my grandmother and all my angels that are helping and supporting me and divinely leading me. And I get an understanding of the word through that. And if it's somebody out there that like to read the Bible, which there's another channel or house that I'm going to be bringing in. She reads her Bible and she reminds me so much of a grandmother. There are so many channels. If you're out there, don't think you can't hide from me. Even if I have to do a reaction on you, I seen you. And it's a lot of them out there. Don't close the doors because you all have a purpose. You have a purpose, a reason, and an understanding, and you're going to help somebody else. I promise you. Thank you again, Power, for coming in, standing strong, letting us know who you are. Power kind of broke down when we did the talent search on Friday. We're going to get to the bottom of that too, because we need to make sure that Power is also healed on the inside from the heart. Because then she can be a lot stronger healing and helping somebody else. We definitely appreciate you. Princess, no table goes unturned with you either. Your journey, Princess, you better believe it's going to help somebody else. It's definitely going to help somebody else. And already, your journey, definitely in your experience, the first person that you see you can help is Addie Bug. Addie Bug came to me months ago, and she's still here, but she came a long way from where she was when she first came. Long way. And that's the foundation that we build. And we did building the foundation of trust, love, honesty, and support. And those three things, again, was trust with me, putting the Lord as the head of my heart, and finally, being true to me. Those are the three things that I had to learn to stand on. And I'm standing strong on them. And anybody else out there need that help and support, you just found it. All you got to do is reach out, because a closed mouth don't get fed. Unless if you ever come and sit on this panel, or you sit in this chat, or you sit on this stage, I'll get to the bottom of it. But we're here for you if you need us. So I definitely want to thank everybody for flying in just like this. Thank y'all so much for flying in. Thank you so much for landing. Thank you so much for showing so much support. Thank you so much for understanding this new movement that we're trying to do with this Job Corps. I definitely am going to make it my business to understand what's going on. If anybody out there knows someone that's been in Job Corps, or thought about going, or someone that worked in the system, reach out to me. My email, you can email me. I'll drop that in the chat. It's at Saiddit, Saiddit at 62queen.com. So we definitely want to make sure that we start the movement, because let's remember, this is for our youth, and our youth is our future. And that's who we need to rally behind. Adults that come in, if y'all need help and support, bring your ass. But we need this youth. We need to get these kids together. We need to make sure that they don't go astray. And I think we got enough strong support to where we can do it. If it's anything that you need as far as a channel, just reach out to me and let me know. 9 times out of 10, I can direct you to another house or another channel that would definitely be able to help you and support you. But remember, you have to let us know who you are. Every Friday, again, I'm going to keep stressing it. I'm going to drop a short sometime today, because I have to pick that back up again so that I can make sure that I start putting those flyers back out there. Y'all remember, I'm doing it all by myself. So, honey, I'm doing the best I can, but you better know this. Just because I'm doing it by myself, that doesn't mean that I'm not doing it with love, and I'm not doing it from a genuine heart. So no matter how my flyers look when they get out there, just know this. It's the support that you're looking for, not the flyer. And if that $100 help you along the way, God damn it, you better take it and use it. Because I could tell you what, if you are trying to run a channel, you ought to know, if you're trying to run a channel, it costs money. These channels aren't free. They're free compared to boots on the ground. Boots on the ground ain't cheap, because you got to pay for that brick and mortar. I mean, y'all know how much the rent costs. You got to pay for supplies. You got to pay for electricity. God damn it, you got to pay for employees. You got to pay for your own self, because half of the time when you're self-employed, you ain't nothing but another employee. So if you're trying to figure it out, get your ass up here in the air. YouTube is the biggest platform. Y'all know what it took for me to understand what I'm going up against. YouTube is this big. Everybody else is outlet from YouTube. Their hands on the clock. They seconds on the clock, hands. If you don't understand it, it's like this. You got YouTube right here. On the 12 o'clock, you got TikTok. That's fun and games. Instagram, what the hell you doing, Instagram? At the bottom, you got somebody like Twitter, LinkedIn. At the 9 o'clock, you got Facebook. That's that. I call Facebook that dirty ass sector. I could never get into it. But I'll go back over to Facebook to start dropping my shorts and stuff like that, to bring them over, because the biggest platform, especially if you're doing it for entertainment and you're doing it for business and entertainment, the biggest social media platform is YouTube. If you can find a way to make it on YouTube and make it to YouTube, that's when you're going to understand what you're really up against. And I had to start on YouTube. I don't know. I'm a difficult ass person like that. I came and started on YouTube first. I mean, I have Facebook, have Instagram, have TikTok, but don't use none of them. But YouTube, I don't know. I found that more professional niche that I was looking for. I found that I could come over here and really look at things for what I was seeing. So if you're on that same page with me, even if you starting and you only got Facebook or you got Instagram or you got TikTok, come on in. I'll show you how we're going to wean everybody over, which will help you. What the goal is for us to help you get monetized. But in this, there's multiple ways to make it, because I'm going to even talk to Power Store, because Power said that she do tea. And we're going to make sure we get that tea out there. So even if Power got to take her tea and bring her tea over to me, and let's drop her tea in different houses, that's what it takes. That's how you, what they say, it take a village, and you just found the village. It takes a village. I want to make sure that I put that out here. Jug says starting now, every Friday would be a small channel talent search. Contact Queen at. If you got any questions, here is my phone number. And if you called me right now, it's right here. If you call me and I don't answer, leave me a text message. Just about everybody in this chat will tell you, or on this panel will tell you, that I'll respond to you and I'll reach back out. Hey, Gotten flew in. Gotten, listen, Gotten, I was looking for you last night. I'm going to do the men only live tonight, Gotten. You know, men only start. I'm going to probably do men only. I'm going to try to start men only at about 8 o'clock, because I need my men to come back in, because I definitely need to talk to you. However, Gotten, I need you to make sure that you're there, because I definitely need to talk to you, Gotten. I need to understand what in the hell is going on with you, Gotten. I want to understand, why is it that my two men, my brothers, why are my two men battling and going at it with each other? I want to know what's going on with you and Martin. Y'all got to understand how this is our platform. This is our foundation. You two shouldn't be going at it with each other. And I want to know exactly what's going on. I had Martin came in. I think Martin came Saturday or Sunday. At the men only Saturday or Sunday, Martin was here, but I didn't get to speak to Martin because I think G2K, Niels, and a couple of people was on the stage and we were talking. But I wanted Martin to come up. So Gotten, tonight, 8 o'clock, I want you to come, because I want you to step on stage. I want to know what's going on. I really do. It don't even have to be necessarily where you got to get on them or anything like that. I just want to get an understanding, because I'm going to do Martin the same way, because we don't have time to be having friction amongst each other like that. And then we got friction amongst each other in our own house. And then we don't know how to get out and then do what we need to do so that we can grow and prosper. We cannot be arguing and bickering with each other. And if we are going to argue and bicker with each other, we need to understand who gonna throw in the towel. How can we agree to disagree? What can we do to mend the gap between you two? Because y'all started off on the same page. I want to know how the hell you ended off on the wrong side of the road with each other. We'll figure it out. So make sure you come back here later tonight, Gotten. Power Store say, it helped me, Queen. I can't wait to tell you my story, and I can't wait to hear it. And you know what we'll do? We will schedule, because listen, what we're going to do, Power, we're going to schedule. You're going to hear me. I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to email G2K. And I did see your message from earlier that you messaged me. We're going to get to that. I want you to hear a different story first. Let me guide you through this. I promise you, I'm going to lead you right. We're going to leave who you were talking about earlier. We're going to leave him idle for a few. It's a story bigger than that I need you to listen to. And I'm going to need you to be in attendance. I'm going to need you in attendance. I need Princess in attendance. I need everybody in attendance when we do this one particular interview. And I'm about to send an email out, because I will definitely think I'm not going to do it this week because I need to take this day up until Friday and make sure that I get back on the groove of things so that we can be prepared for our talent search on Friday. But we got an interview that I need you to sit in on. Just follow me. Just let me lead you down. Let me lead you down the road. And I promise you, you're going to drink on your own. I'm going to lead you. I'm going to lead you because I know you trust me enough. I'm going to lead you to the interviews that you need to balance out what I know you need, what you're looking for, and how you're going to see that you're going to be far more accessible. And you're going to see where you really need these particular people that I'm going to lead you to, because I've come in contact with a whole lot of people and you are needed. But I don't want you to get yourself in a situation to where you're utilizing too much energy in areas right now that you don't need to utilize it in. I want you to put your energy in areas where you're going to say, whew, I needed to be right there. Trust me. I traveled a whole lot through the streets lately, and I know where you're going to need to be at. And I'm going to set up again to where when I start visiting these houses, I'm going to stream from StreamYard so you'll be able to see where I'm at. Or make sure y'all have the bell notifications on. I'll put a link to where I'll be at. And I need you to come in, show support, because some people from places that I go, I'll reel them over because they look for conversations with me. And that's where we definitely will need support. Because when we bring them in, they are going to need more conversation. And they're going to need love and understanding. And for right now, we're doing it here. And I also have quite a few people set up because they need me on Zoom as well. So we got a lot of work to do. This is not, and I learned, the Lord showed me that I don't have to rush. I don't have to rush. I could take my time, because if you take your time, a slow roll ran the race as well, because you don't be so wore out and tired. I've already did the racing, already did the hustling, already did everything I needed to do to get us to where we're at right now. All I'm asking you all to do is just make sure you trust me enough and we can work together. And we not only will build each other, watch how we build this community. And you're going to notice there's going to be so many people coming to our community that need us. And we're going to be prepared. So if you're out there and you're in this community, I need you to make sure that you go back and you clean your houses up, get things in order. If you need me to help you clean your house up, or what do you need? Let me know. Message me, call me, email me, leave me a comment on any of the shorts, any of the videos. If you're out there going through something where somebody's picking on you, other houses, other channels, let us know that. We don't need you out here in a piss and fight with nobody, because it ain't even worth it. Half of them out here, you know, they looking for the money. They looking for the entertainment. For me, it's not about that. That's going to come. It's about building everybody up house by house. That's what we need. Power say that song, Take It Slow. This time, Take It Slow is playing in my mind. There you go. It's the slow runner that win the race. Because when you take off too fast, you get wore out. And I took off ground running. And I was all over the place. But I meant to do that. Because I'm one of them people, I got to be all over the place. Because when I'm all over the place like this, then I know how to fine tune it back where it need to be. So now I'm more fine tuned. So I know what needs to take place. I know what we got going on. I know the areas that we need. And listen, Power, you said that you got your passport. I'm telling you, we are going to the UK. We're going to the UK. We're going to China. And we're going over to Dubai. The first place has to be UK. And He must be think I didn't notice him. I think that I could have Cash. Y'all better know that. Hey, Cash. That's one of my UK men. Cash say, I am white, straight male, British, born privileged, baby. You better know it. Hey, Cash, listen, tonight, men only. Make sure, get here. You know that. And listen, when I say men only, that welcomes Princess, that welcomes Power, and that welcomes Addie Bug. On the stage is our men only. That's what it's about. The men only. And I want to talk to you, Cash. I want to talk to Cash because I really want to know who the hell bothering Cash too. But we ain't gonna talk about it right now, honey, because we got to make sure that we got something to talk about tonight, and I can't wait. So y'all better make sure y'all give it up. Hey, and listen to this. Cash was the main voter for Power Store. And if you notice Cash, she's on the panel. She's in the chat. All our men is on the panel. She's in the chat right now. Listen, I had to make sure I give her shout outs because I did not even do a flyer celebrating her. I said, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to post it. I'm going to send a flyer out today, but I've been making sure that I give her all her props in the lives that I've been doing. So even though I skipped her on one end, I got her on another, and I got a surprise for her probably later on the day too. So she going to be okay. She going to say, man, I cannot believe I got welcomed in like this. You better believe it, because everybody going to get welcomed in like this, and we're going to start picking up the pace. And we're going to make sure that we get you where we need to get you to. And you should be about at 50 subscribers now. And if you are at the 50 power, we definitely are going to schedule for a call. And we're going to jump on that call because we're going to be okay, girl. I am so happy. I am so excited. I am like elated. Because y'all don't know how important this is. This small channel talent search, it's going to be big. It's huge. It's going to be bigger than you think it's going to be. There are so many channels out there that go to other channels and they subscribe to channels and stuff like that. And all they're doing is subscribing and leaving comments and all of this right here. But what's the support look like? It's the support. What does the support look like? Not you supporting me. What does me look like supporting you? How does that look to you? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how I physically am going to support you individually. How I can physically send you over to another house for support. That's what we're doing. And we're going to have different guests hit the panel, hit the stage, you know, it's going to work out pretty good. And I'm proud. I'm glad. I definitely want to thank everybody that came today. I thank you for listening. We are going to start the movement with Job Corps. We are going to make sure that we find out what's going on, because y'all don't understand how many people, it's not everybody that's going to be homeless, but do you know the percentage of people in Job Corps that are homeless? And they went so that they could come back with something, GED, couple of dollars in their pocket, somewhere to stay while they were getting their GED. That's stripped from up under them with basically no warning. This just started the end of May. Remember, this is, I think, what, the 4th of May? I'm sorry, of June. This just started the end of May, like the 29th or something. This is sad. This is sad, sad. So I definitely want to thank everybody. Men time. Men only live tonight at 8 p.m. Y'all know I got to talk to my men tonight. Y'all know I need to find out what's going on with them. Y'all know we need to talk about Job Corps. Y'all know we need to talk about some things. Y'all better also remember, it's the men on the panel that's judging y'all channel. I judge in the end. But listen, I didn't choose Power Store Inc. Power will tell you the men chose her. Y'all better understand how important my men are to me now. Y'all better understand how important my men are to me. They are the ones making the decision. The men on the panel are the ones making the decision as to what channel make it through. So you might only be sitting on the stage with me, or you might be sitting on the stage with another one of my men, or you might be sitting on the stage with the winner. But I'm not making the decision. I'll make an executive decision in the end if it comes to that, and it's going to eventually come to that. But I'm sitting back on this one. I'm sitting back. All I'm going to do, my job, if I got to bring in the channels by bringing them in because they didn't show up or they're not here, I will still make sure the channel get here. You better believe it. And it's going to get better and better every week. So I'm asking you to do one thing. When you do come out, bring one person with you, please. Bring one person with you to come and support the community. Come and support this. This is something bigger than what people would know. Ask Power. This is huge. This is huge. And thank you, white man, straight white man, Cash from who's British. And listen, I don't know. UK Cash might be the one walking me or driving me around UK, showing me the place and letting me go and try the different foods and seeing what they got going on over there and all that old type of stuff. And thank you so much, Cash. We're going to show Cash video later on today when all the men come in, because Cash said he had a big problem. I don't know who it was, but somebody got Cash very upset with a racist stinking ass. They was very racist, and Cash wasn't having it. And Cash will be back on tonight. Yeah, he will. And Cash going to explain to us what the hell happened, because you know I want to know, because I don't want to have to go for somebody's guggler, because I'll go and pull that video. What you said now? Okay, so I'm looking at this video, guys, and this is the person. Yes, that's what my job is, to take up for my men. Protect all my small channels coming in and protect our community. And I want to tell y'all again, welcome, thank you, and glad you enjoyed yourself in the Saiddit sector. Yes, sir. That's hashtag Saiddit. So if you want to, make sure you put hashtag Saiddit. And that's when we'll start coming up, because we said it, goddamn it, and we meant it. Now what? That's what we said. And we definitely appreciate you. And I want to tell you again, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you don't do anything else, guess what I want you to do? Make sure y'all get to know me.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better.